Hello. Welcome to the final part of my mass game that I'm hoping to summarize all the plot lines in one big go. If you're watching this for your first one, dude, there are 3 more to watch. Get the freaking back over there. If you've actually managed to watch all of them, I am so sorry for what you've gone through. I apologize profusely. We have 3 main characters, all of which would like to now introduce themselves, starting with James, who is over there.
You were right the first time, yeah, okay. Hello, I'm playing the Apostate, a reformed villain who once worked for this evil mastermind, but then decided it was better to just help people and still pursue his own goals. So he joined up with the super team, and now he's quit them too. He's a quitter. He's a quitter, I tell you.
Secondly, my homeboy from Wisconsin, Mr. Scott.
Hey, I'm Scott. I'm playing Alice Reeves, the Streak. She basically got her powers on accident from the Galactic Protectorate, intergalactic peacekeeping force, and is basically using now to defend the city, prove that maybe it was right that she got these powers after all, and kind of triumph over evil and love and apostate in the meantime.
And thirdly, my favorite punching bag, because he fully deserves it, good old Steve.
Totally. So I'm playing Brightwing, who is a star, along the lines of a, Kardashian with these fancy metallic wings. And he has proceeded to ostracize most of his team and, over the course of a few short episodes.
All right. So shall we begin? Let's try and get this done as fast as we can so Lloyd can worry about work.
Oh, that sounds so enticing.
So can't wait. Really excited, guys. Really glad you're all together. Thumbs up, guys. This is just what I want to hear. There is a beautiful shot of the city. It is nighttime. The sun has set. The moonlight is beautiful. There is a small little, man sitting by a lamppost next to the park. And he's got, this big ghetto blaster style, old school ghetto blaster sitting next to him, and he's just randomly playing through music all the way through, and he stops on one which slowly starts to play the Bananarama version of Cruel Summer.
Could you sing a few lines for us so we know what we're talking about? No, I'm not singing
You're
gonna sing it. You're gonna
Cruel
sing it.
Summer, leaving me here on my. Okay, so as the music starts to play, but of course, like every freaking movie, the wind starts to blow around him, and then the tune starts to get slightly disjointed. It starts to stretch and elongate, like it does when, how everything's supposed to be very fine in a movie, and then suddenly it's not so fine. Now the same song is being played in a really spooky way. That's what's happening. He looks down, then he looks up, then he gasps as he notices, vroom, this giant, weirdly shaped ship just forms above, and he looks up and goes, the Tsar have returned! The camera pans away from him to what basically is an explosion. Flying through the air in slow-mo are our 3 main characters. Of course, guys, you've all introduced yourselves, so I don't need to go through the whole bit. So you fly through the air, and all 3 of you land basically on the sidewalk next to the park. Walking up with her skin now covered in these beautiful, elongated, almost like gear, weird textile tattoos that run all over her, is your old compadre and good old fashion meister, Tori. She is fully floating now as she walks. With every step, she's just taking it gently. And as she's doing that, in the air around her, there's small explosions happening. You're all finding it hard to breathe. You're all struggling to, do something else, and she's just bopping towards you in a slow way. The 2 of you, Brightwing and Alice, and also Streak, you hit the ground, basically injured, and sort of slowly get up and somewhere else. Apostate, however, you get caught by your 4th member, who is only pretty much there for lols, Rebel Yell, who catches you in his hands and slows down as well, and then puts you down. And also takes a fighting pose. And he's like, what the hell is going on? And what do you guys do?
I figure I'll try to pick myself up and yell, "Tori, this isn't you! Stop this! You can stop this!" Over all the din of all the blasts and wind and everything, and the ship overhead, of course.
Normally that'll be a move to go through, but because you need to actually get to the position to actually be able to do a move, I can't give it to you directly. So as you say that, Tori sort of like walks towards. She goes, "There is no Tori, only the Tsar." Actually, like she reaches up her hand and then dramatically blows up a tree because like it looks cool.
Yeah,
it does.
What you guys do?
I'll look to Brightwing, our leader.
Oh, really? Now you look to him.
I've been trying all time.
Like Apostate, can you drive her away? I can't fly with her powers.
I don't follow your orders anymore, but I'll do it this time.
Oh, I love it. Let's have a team roll, guys.
Oh,
this is gonna be great. I can't wait to count this down.
Is it 0? Is it -2?
Okay, so team pool starts at 3. I'm gonna assume that you've already used team pool 1 to become like. No, wait, didn't you use 1 at the end of last session to get there? So it's 2. So you start team pool at 2. Who's the team leader?
I don't know.
I guess it's you, Brightwing. Brightwing, do you have influence over everyone on the team?
I don't know if I have influence over anyone on the team. Relationships. I have influence over Streak.
Yep.
And for some reason, the bad guy.
Yeah, but nothing else. Okay, cool. So you have no influence. So I can give you a point for that. Next up, does everyone have the same purpose in this fight? I'm going to say yes to that. Because there's only one villain you're trying to take out. That makes sense.
Yep.
Next up, does any member distrust the leader of the team?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say yes. So we're going to go for that. Are you ill-prepared and off-balance? I'm going to go yes for this because 1, Tori just attacked you. 2, it's the Tsar. 3, in a position that you can't fly, Brightwing. And 4, this is your friend you're going to have to fight as well. So people starts at 1. Hey, it's not 0.
It's not 0.
It's not
I have seen it go into negatives before, so you're doing good. It's not 0. All right, guys, go.
Okay, then I will look to Rebel Yell. This is tag team with me. We need to keep her distracted and give Brightwing a chance to do something.
Zing.
Yeah, something.
So yeah, I'll tell them that's just the idea, and then I'll try and get her attention. I'll be like, yeah, I'll just walk forward and say, "It's not them you want, it's me. I was the chosen one of the Galactic Federation. Face me."
All right. Well, you're trying to provoke her. Make the roll.
Yeah. Oh, rolling dice.
Oh yeah, that mechanic. Shit, I forgot about that. I didn't make much of things happen. What did you get? What did you get?
So what am I rolling for again? I've got 7.
You are rolling provoke. It's superior.
I got 9.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong place. I got 7. I got 7.
Oh,
I was looking at the
still
wrong
the same
place
difference.
entirely. Yeah.
All right, so you get to pick up 3. You don't have them stumble, they err, or they overreact. If they stumble, you take +1 forward against them in the next move. If they err, you gain a critical opportunity. If they overreact, you gain influence over them.
Oh, that she overreacts.
All right, mark influence over Tori. And she sort of looks at it and she goes, "Galactic Confederate, it is you I shall destroy." And she basically goes to blast you out of the fucking sky.
Hooray!
I mean, that's what you wanted, right?
I will try and interpose myself because at least I have some armor.
So she goes, she goes like that, sucking in the air into her arms, and then around you, like these explosions, like start to build up. You see, they're like crystallized, and then they become hotter, and they go. But Brightwing, go for the roll. See if you can help. What's going to help your friend?
Let's see, defend. I lost my mouse.
The critical opportunity that she's giving you is that. Oh no, she didn't give you. Almost got you. Went for influencing you.
I've made it overreact. So she's doing too much against one target.
And penalties in my defend right now. Excellent.
Yeah, it won't be fun if it wasn't that way otherwise.
Penalties are great, aren't they?
Let's just roll the dice. So it's a 5.
Wow! Okay. So you jump in the way to basically. I mean, describe how you were trying to save her before I tell you what happened.
I was jumping in the way and wrapping my wings around them to protect from the blast.
You know what? That succeeds. Take a powerful blow.
Listen to this one.
I'm gonna go with you wrap your wings around her and she explodes. What's called apostle doesn't take it, you don't get influence over, you're anything bonus, but you take the blunt of the hit.
I roll
I don't
a
think I should
7.
just take the hit. 7, all right, and that's good. That's great. Pick one from the list.
I always lash out at everyone. This one's always fun for Lloyd. I will give ground. I do not want to take any more conditions.
You wrap your wings around him, the explosion goes, and it sends you to careening over what's called a freeway, over the freeway. You slam into the ground and you both roll, and then you basically jump into like one of those like windows, like TV display windows, with the TV's open, and you crash in there. So you guys are like you've got quite a bit distance, leaving her alone with the streak.
Mm-hmm.
She turns towards you and she smiles. And she goes, the Galactic Confederates can't save you now. What'd you do, Streak?
That is a good question. Let's see here. I suppose, well, I've tried talking to her, and she's only Zara at this point. So I'm going to, for one time, take the direct approach. I'm just going to fly straight at her, fists out, and just try to slam her. Right now,
ooh, I love it. Make the roll!
Alrighty. Alright, and that's plus danger. Which I have, -1 in. Should be an interesting roll. Let's see how I do.
I believe in you. Because no one
I got a 9.
Oh, wow, that's pretty lucky. Pick one from the list.
Yeah, let's see here.
That's a good roll.
Yeah, let's see here. Can I, one of the things is take something from them. Can I take her, her like anger away? Can I can that take the wind out of her sails so maybe she retreats, that type of thing?
Oh, you want to try like basically
maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of like figuratively, I just hit her with a huge, hard blow, and now she's not really ready to proceed with her grand plan quite yet, or damaging everything in her path.
Okay,
I'm not sure if that's an option.
That's fine. You slam into her, and she goes flying back, and you basically knock the wind out of her. She basically grabs you as you're coming through, and she pushes you back as well. And as she pushes you back, you see the lines fade a little as an explosion happens between you. And you see it was mostly by accident because her powers came out without her controlling it. She takes a deep breath. She doesn't look of it like fear in her eyes, and the explosion goes off between the two of you, and two of you go flying a good 100 meters apart. Take a powerful blow.
I'll do that.
Be fine. Don't worry about it.
7.
7. All right. Pick one from the list.
All right. Let's see here.
7's good. 7's good. 7's good.
I'll take a 7. I'll take a 7. Let's see here. Ooh, that's a tough one. I am going to go with. I'm going to have to give ground. I don't want to take conditions this early in the fight, so I'll kind of back off myself.
Okay, I will say you go flying back, and Rebel Yell goes no when he tries to catch you, and you slam into him. When you wake up, as you get up, you see Rebel Yell actually has been hit on the wall, and he's bleeding a little bit on the side, and he looks like he's been knocked out. But you can't see Tori anywhere. She's gone.
Gotcha. I'll try to see to Rebel Yell, make sure he's breathing and all that kind of good stuff. And we probably took CPR
He's breathing,
in high
but
school.
he's like really like dazed, so like drowsy and rolling his eyes around a little bit like that.
All right, yeah, I'll see if I can just get him comfortable where he is and see about getting some help.
Awesome sauce. While you're doing that, the two of you, the explosion of the broken stuff has started to go down. You're both lying next to each other, wrapped in each other's arms in this like mess. Giving you some time together.
It is. See how quickly he pushes me away. Yeah, as you know, I get up and I help you up.
Yeah. I'll push your hand away. I'll just like no, I can get up myself.
Like how many times? Yeah. I'm sorry. All right.
Brightwing, I did bad things before I came to Halcyon City, and I've worked to make up for them. Saying sorry wasn't one of those things, and I'll just turn my back on you and walk away.
Damn.
Brightwing, what'd you do?
I'm gonna chase after him because he's not running, and at least
Then do it. Chase after him. Be like, wait, come on, stop us.
Yeah.
Do something. Go for it. You're Brightwing. You gotta get in there if you want to try and get something done.
No kidding. Or Calcifer, sorry. So I'm like, just hold up and listen, please.
Go on then. What have you got to say?
Like, I don't know what you went through, but I know that in this past year I've been tested, and I haven't. I failed. I've let everything get in the way of my friends that support me, that supported me. You and Streak both have shown more heart and conviction than I have, apparently, than I even possess. It's your team now. It's not mine. And I would ask that you consider letting me in on it.
Heartbreak.
But
I'll put my hand out to Brightwing and I'll say, if you want us to be a team, we'll be a real team this time. All equal.
All equal.
You might be the star of your own life, but you're not the star of us.
No, I just sort of roll my eyes. Like, after the last month, I don't know if I'm a star of anything, but
Brightwing, I think that counts as you sharing a vulnerability or weakness.
I think it is.
Yeah,
and
I
think I followed up with just don't tell the world how weak I was. And
I won't bring you any shame. Don't worry.
That counts. Mark XP or clear condition.
I think I will clear a condition because I have so many.
You have two. You're fine.
I know. They rolled up so fast.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to clear my insecure. I think this was holding me back.
Is it this time when you guys have that meeting that you hear the explosion going on outside? Which is the streak getting up from the pump.
Oh,
yeah,
right, yeah.
Like, Hold on, I'll carry you, and I'll grab you and fly you up to the because we flew over the freeway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fly you back up there. We see what streaking knocked
Yell.
over with Rebel Yell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of comfort him and make sure he's comfortable while we have someone call 911 or whatever, get the police here.
You try your phones, none of them are working.
How is Rebel Yell looking?
Yeah, does he look bad?
Rebel Yell looks pretty bad. Like he's really bad. Like he's bleeding really badly. Like he really looks he's hurt. Probably has a concussion. But again, it's Rebel Yell. He's well-odd.
Let me fly him to the hospital.
Yeah, get him help, Brightwing. We'll need to.
Where can I meet you both?
To come.
We'll meet at the high school.
Now, before you guys decide this, I'd like to point something out to Apostate specifically. There are some things you haven't mentioned to these people.
Yeah, I'm thinking I probably ought to mention this before things get complicated further down the line.
Before you guys split up, I just want to make sure that's down.
As maybe as I'm making some sort of carry harness for carrying an unconscious Rebel Yell.
Yeah, I'll see. Bryce, using his proper name, not Brightwing. Bryce, before you go anywhere, I saw your mother.
What?
I saw her earlier.
Alive?
As far as I could tell, yes. The people she was in the hands of didn't want to kill her or anything. I think they wanted information from her. I can tell you where to find them, but there's other things I have to do.
Yeah. I mean, were they interrogating her?
They I don't know. They wanted information from it. It was something to do with this Galactic Confederation representative.
Oh, no. Well, what do you have to do, Apostate?
I'll look towards where the Tsar spaceship is kind of hovering over the city and say, I need to get us some bigger guns.
All right. I'll be like, Brightwing, why don't I take Rebel Yell? I can fly him to the hospital also. Why don't you take care of your mother? I will meet you.
At the high school. Roof.
Or are we doing, where are they, Apostate, where are they keeping his mother?
This is an interesting point. Do you remember where I saw this? Since I'm
you know the location. You know the location. Yeah. Just can't remember.
Oh, it was a burned out warehouse.
Yeah, there's this burnt out warehouse in the in the district over there, and yeah, they were hanging out there. But these people aren't. Just be careful. They don't look as dangerous as they really are. They could mess up your head in ways you can't imagine.
So
you're sending Brightwing to go by himself to go get his mom, right?
No. Well, I figure we'll meet up there. We can, why don't you surveil the area? Let's take in the scene since you can get there first. I'll take care of Rebel Yell. I'll meet you there. Apostate will also after he gets his big guns, and we'll hit him as a team. We're gonna get your mom back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do it together as a team, as family.
All right. Fucking hell. You know what, guys? I'm feeling this. Let's go. Right. Split the party. Let's start with Scott.
Let's split the party. What hand do you turn the knob with? Your right or your left? Oh God. Drop.
All right, Alice, what are you doing before you meet them up at what's called the burnt out warehouse?
Let's see here. So we've already played, or I delivered Rebel Yell to the hospital, or we haven't left yet.
Are you gonna? Yeah, it's all. If all you're doing is living into the hospital and going, that's also fine. We can deal with the hospital bit.
Yeah, if after I deliver Rebel Yell, I'm assuming that there's a whole bunch of there's just mass chaos there as everyone.
It is insane. Some random orderly comes up and it's like, another one. What am I supposed to do? There were aliens in the space. Give me here, and he takes it inside.
Space. I will try my cell phone again to see if I can get a hold of anybody I know, the grandpa or anybody, or everything's just blacked out. Gotcha.
Blacked out.
All right. Well, I'll do what I got to do. I'm gonna do my very best to kind of put anyone there at ease. I'm a hero that's shown up. I'm sure a whole bunch of heroes have shown up, bringing people to the hospital.
There are quite a few people helping out. Very interestingly, you see a lot of older heroes, like heroes who used to serve. You don't see any of the younger, newer heroes around. It's all the ones who originally fought, who are helping people out and doing the Marvel thing of like saving people instead of just killing everyone. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. So they're actually come out of retirement to help
out
with the scene. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of salute them as I go, but I got a mom to save, so I'm gonna head over to the burnt out warehouse.
As you head out to the burnt out warehouse, you are about to walk out when you bump into a slightly older gentleman. He looks fairly tall. He's wearing like these nice little glasses, but you recognize him because he's wearing his cape ever since he came out. It's Captain Zona's Captain Zona's what's the one I'm looking for? Sidekick. The one who used to work at Captain Zona before all of that stuff all kicked in and whatever Captain Zona did. You just remember Captain Zona, right? That was last session.
Oh yeah, the big statue in the park.
The big statue. His basically his Cosmo Kill. He comes up and he looks down at you and he's like, Are you all right? Is everything okay?
I just delivered a friend another mask here. I gotta get somewhere else. But I'm so glad to see you come out of retirement for this, sir.
It's fine. That's what Captain Zona would have wanted. I haven't done the business in a while. And he stops and he sort of looks and he goes, Are you the Streak?
That's what they call me.
Have you seen any of the younger superheroes around?
Not since I've come here, no.
He looks a little bit worried and looks around. And he goes, Something is wrong.
Yeah, this can't be a coincidence that the Tsar of... They've already taken control of one friend of mine. I have to wonder if maybe the youngers are under their control too. I don't know why I'm not, if that's the case, but...
Cosmo Kill stops and he looks down and he sort of passes you something, and it's like a watch with like a very strange button. It goes, my power allows me specifically to see how the cosmos works and fates and time and everything else. I feel like you're going to need this more than I am. I should pass it to you. If you're ever in trouble and it looks like it might be too much for just you and your crew to handle, push that button.
She'll snap it on. Thank you so much.
And he nods his head towards you, and then he like goes inside, and you see him like talking to people and like basically talking to the doctors to see what he can do. And like he's like you see like he's already organizing people to come closer, and he's laying out this map thing so he can like figure out where people need to go to rescue people. Like he's proper.
His costume is like all ill-fitting now because he's just not the guy he was all those years ago, and
so it's like slightly off, but he's still like organizing and moving things around, and you see that he's using his powers to like predict where he needs to be and what he needs to do.
Awesome. All
right, that's you done, and you put Red Bull away, and you're heading back down there. Next up, Apostate.
Yeah, so the Apostate heads uptown to this very upmarket looking coffee shop, one of these like artisanal ones, and he goes up to the counter waiting his turn. And when it comes to his turn, he says yes, and in very clear, distinct tones, he says, "I'll have the half calf triple ristretto affogato venti vanilla bean frappuccino with a protein shot and extra whipped cream, please." And the barista kind of looks at him. Just one moment, sir. And when she comes back, it's an empty cup with an address in it. Like takes it out, reads it. It's like, oh, right. And heads off to that address to meet with his final and darkest contact, Mr. Finch.
All right.
Weapons dealer.
Mr. Finch.
After a bird.
Mr. Finch lives.
Yeah.
Lives by the docks.
Mm-hmm.
He's not that far from it in this nice little like conservatory area with a greenhouse at the top. It's mostly kept alone. The whole place like belongs to like a whole bunch of rich people, but the top is like a big greenhouse and conservatory that you can get in fairly easily. because it's open to the public, and he's one of the grounds workers that works there.
Okay then. Yep. Well,
When you're right to the top, of course, it's nighttime and the ship is still large, and you come in to see this old man just like looking through this giant like telescope at the ship.
I'll just
And his
quietly.
goes, isn't it absolutely amazing, Zell technology?
Yes, it'll be really, really amazing to have our asses kicked by it again.
That is a shame, isn't it? He turns around towards you. He's a bald man with a straight up goatee, like fully gray, all the way around, and he's wearing like greenhouse clothes, like an overall.
Yeah.
And he sort of like potters on over to you, and like he skips and goes, "Good old apostate. It's a pleasure to see you again. How goes the heroing?"
I'll just like look towards the giant Tsar ship. Like, it's had its problems.
I estimate so. What brings you to see me? I thought you'd be too busy trying to save the world.
I am busy trying to save the world, and that's where you come in, unfortunately. I need something from you. Something big and something powerful.
To do what exactly?
I'll just look over towards the Tsar ship again.
Surely you can't be serious.
It'll be your ass they kick too. No point in sitting on the weapons now, Finch. Put them in the hands of somebody that can use them. Think of your own skin. You always do in the past.
We all do, apostate. We all think of our own skin. Don't make it sound like you are better than me in any shape or form whatsoever. You are a child upon the ministries of the world, and I am simply here to supply you with the tools so you can do your business by destroying it. We are the same, you and I.
Then let's just talk business. Have you got something?
I do. I have something. It could work. Bringing down that thing might be a little impossible, but it could work.
I'll take
I
it.
need one thing in place in order to do that.
What is it?
My old compatriot Lovelace has been keeping something from me, and I want it bad.
What do you want?
Bring me the briefcase she's holding, and I will give you what you want.
Just take it off Lovelace. That's it.
Can't do that. You see, Lovelace and I are no longer on speaking terms. She and Mr. Kane have decided that apparently I no longer need my services. And they made it very forthright to tell me this while pointing a gun at my head. That's why I need you to get it for me. Get that for me, and I'll prepare your weapon for you.
If I do this, this better be worth it, Finch.
Have I ever given you bad equipment?
I'll just pull my top down over my shoulder, show this hideous burn scar.
And then he goes, all right, I clearly told you to point the thing the other way. You cannot blame me if you're using a... You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's in the past. In the past. Next time, I'll just put a big pointy arrow to the point where you point the bad thing at the bad guys to start. Now, hurry up and go.
Okay, well, whatever you've got, just put it in a doggy bag. I'll be back for it later, and I'll just leave.
All right. And that's you done. And finally, Steve.
Right one.
Yeah, whatever. So, move on.
Sorry, gotta use my name.
Oh,
Son, you are gonna get 5 conditions by the end of this fucking game.
Oh, of
I
course
hope
am.
you're ready. Good luck doing anything.
I am flying over and I'm looking to see, I'm looking to see what's up with these, with this burnout warehouse. Are there guards? Is there, is there security? Is there signs of life?
All right. You're flying over it. Assess the situation.
I am totally trying to assess. And I'm currently not penalized for that. A 7.
All right. Ask me one question.
Fantastic. How could we best end this quickly?
You're flying over things. You're sort of seeing over there. You reckon it's gonna be a little bit difficult. You don't know who these people. You don't know why they have your mom.
No,
you don't know what's going on there.
You can't just land and destroy the building.
I mean, like,
I might hurt someone.
Exactly. You've got to find a way to end this quicker. The quickest way is probably to earn their trust, which you reckon you could probably do, considering the creepazoid that's slowly making his way towards the place in the shadows.
Ooh. Creepazoid.
You stop and look down, and you recognize it. There is a very, very distinct shadow that is moving towards the area, and you recognize the red yellow bindings of Magnacor's hands as he's like slowly taking a step closer and closer and closer and closer towards this place.
And then I'm gonna land outside noisily.
All right, so the noise rocks the area. People are like, you see that from where you are, because it's easy to see him, you can see Magnacor freezes in the steps and like basically tries to hide behind a wall, and it's peeking around the corner to see if you spotted him or not. Inside, the door the slightly broken door to like the trap door sort of opens up, and you hear someone go, "What is all that racket?" As Lovelace walks out.
Oh crap!
Like, Magnacoil looks like he's about to join your party.
She looks up,
but I don't think he's on your side.
Where?
And I point him out, as maybe just as he peeks around the corner.
And he's like, "Oh shit!" And she looks over and she smiles. And she sort of goes, "You must be Brightwing. Did Apostate send you?"
Like, sent me? You have my mother.
Yes, that's probably why he sent you. You are teammates after all that, right?
Like, we are.
Excellent. He's an old friend of mine. Lovely guy. Not so bright up there. Head downstairs. She wants to talk to you. I'll take care of our guests. And then she like flips like her scarf that she's now wearing over her shoulder, straightens her lab coat, and she just basically starts to bop towards Magnacol, who's like building up his power to try and take her down. And she's smiling. She's like, "Hurry up now. I'll see you later."
I'll go downstairs.
Cool. You hear explosions and stuff happening outside, and then silence.
Dead silence.
Coming along, the two of you make your way over because it's nice and easy to make sure you two arrive at the same time. You're both moving in at the same time. You're coming, you're like, and then you're like, I know, skateboarding or something. I don't know, fuck you do to get around. But you both arrive at the entrance pretty much at the same time to find Lovelace is sitting on one of the rubble, and she's crossed her leg. And sitting in front of her, licking her shoe, is Magnacoil.
Oh dear.
And she looks over and she's like, "Oh, hello. You're a bit late."
She's like, Else lands, and she's like, "What in the hell is going on?"
Look, just don't think about it. It's fine. Are you done down there? Woof! Good boy.
Oh my god.
Everything's fine. I believe she looks over at what's called you Apostate, and goes, "I believe your teammate's downstairs. You should probably go join him."
Who else is down there?
Oh, just his mom and Mr. Professor King.
Sorry, what?
Mostly.
Mr.
King, not Professor King. So my bad.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Go on in. Go say hello.
Yep. I'll go head down.
Excellent. Yeah. So you're heading down. We're going to cut to a little bit before you arrive. Brightwing. You open up the trap door and you start to head downstairs, and you can hear a bit of coughing. My dear, would you like a glass? Yes, I really would. Here you go, my son. And she passes you like a cup. Passing the cup. And you come down to see your mother. It's sitting up. She's still in the clothes she was wearing last time you saw her. And she's being given a cup by the man you recognize as Mr. Kane.
I looked for signs of, violence or coercion.
Nope, she looks like she's perfectly fine at the moment. She's just chilling. And she sort of like takes a cup and she sips and she looks up and she goes, oh, Bryce. And she slowly like gets up. And as she tries to get up, you see her like stumble. And Mr. King catches her on the arm.
Yeah, and I catch her other arm and sit her back down as I hug her.
And she's like, my dear, I do apologize. I probably shouldn't be moving right now. She's like, I'm fine. I just, what a day. I was checking on that email you sent me, and then someone jumped me. I wasn't quite sure what or why. When I came to, Mr. Fulton was there, and he asked me a lot of questions, and wanted to know where I've got that paper from, and what it was for, and what was going on. I did my best to answer him, then he did something to my head.
Mr. Fulton was Tamashi Kokutan.
Who's Tamashi Kokutan?
Doesn't everyone know that?
No, not everyone knows that.
Oh,
it's not
he's
like multiple knowledge.
He's a dark wizard.
Strange fellow. Ow.
We confronted him at Sky City. It's all over the press. But
how's the image?
There's bigger things to worry. It's not the time.
It's
not the time for that, mother.
This is no. This is definitely the time for that. We need to make that money. Okay, your father cannot walk. We need the money for the suit. How's it going? How's it been going? Everybody? You know what? Don't tell me. I'll check.
I try and grab her phone.
Grab her phone. Like, hey!
The Tsar have invaded again. We have other things to worry about. Beyond ratings, beyond clicks. We have to save the world.
My son, I love you very much, and I'm totally with you. But you have to understand that nothing is more important than making sure that your father can walk again. Do you understand me? No amount of the Tsar coming in and out is going to matter if we still have to have your father not be able to reach his full potential. That's what we've been working on all this time.
I would like all of us to reach our next birthday.
All right. Are you rejecting her influence?
I'm rejecting her influence.
Roll it!
She wants me to be a star, and I want to, save the world. And not incompatible.
It's clear, so you're good.
They're not incompatible, but that's just a straight roll, isn't it?
Yep.
9. I can live with that.
All right, pick one from the list.
9.
You guys are doing really well for rolls today.
I do not want to immediately prove them wrong. Well, can I cancel her influence? Yeah, I think I want to cancel her influence and take +1 forward.
All right. So basically, do it. Cancel influence against her. Do it.
I can't have you always pushing for this. I can't be successful if I'm just looking for clicks and, number of likes and tweets and retweets. I'm a hero, Mom. Like a hero. And there's not enough of them around to deal with the Tsar without me. I need to work with them. I need to work with them under any conditions.
Son, it doesn't matter. You can't fight the Tsar anyway. Not with that.
What does she mean by that?
She points to your suit.
do you have something better? Because the other Tsar outfit didn't seem to work out well. And I
No,
just shake my head.
that's not it. You know how we said we found the technology and changed it around to make it different because it worked on you?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
That's-
it is.
That's not the truth. And then she looks away a little bit sadly. She goes,
What do you mean that's not the truth?
I'm not who you think I am.
Oh my God.
Like, you're still my mother, aren't you?
Yes. And I love your father very much. But I'm not. I was lying when I said Takeshi Kutan just wanted to ask me some questions. He wanted to know more about me. In fact, I suspect he probably came here specific to find me and me alone. And then she smiles and goes, as she smiles, she looks at you quietly. And as she does, you see small little metallic wings start to form behind her.
Oh my goodness.
And she's like, I'm sorry, Brightwing. Brightwing. I'm sorry, Brightwing. It's not that. It's not. I came here a long time ago as a scout. I fell in love with your father.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry.
As
I've
a
done everything in my power to try and make what we did right. I have pushed us. I have made us go forward. I have worked to the bone. You can't fight your own people.
Oh my God. Dun,
At
dun,
this
dun.
point, the two of you start to come down the stairs.
Yeah.
Brightwing's now sitting on, a chair or, the floor or whatever, whatever was convenient at the time. His hands between his head,
Actually, I'm
or
about to sit
head
down,
between his
like,
hands.
Game comes and push a table, a chair right below you. Like, you probably
Oh.
want this, don't you?
Sorry. No, I can't do that. That would be awful.
You guys come downstairs. You see Brightwing is sitting in a chair like that. She's put the wings back as she heard you guys coming in to make herself cool. You can see the briefcases next to her.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to regret it, but I'm going to do this because as Brightwing is sat there slumped over, looking dejected, I'm just going to take the little pocket knife out and flick the knife out and go up and just gently take a piece of his hair and go.
Oh my God.
He's like, oh no, you're like, can you be scissors? Because it looks funnier if you use scissors. If he's like looking inside, you're like, and then Mr. King just puts his hand out like this. You put it in his hand.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I sort of look up and see what's happening. I'm just like, what? And, and pull my head, back down like
Mr. Kane's put out his hand for it, has he?
Yeah, he's gone like that.
Mr. Kane, okay, I'll take the hair, put his hand. Is that what you wanted?
Exactly what I wanted, but I also got it another way around. So
I'll take my fingers away and go.
You do realize that's still technically breaking the deal.
Yeah, but it just means I don't get to remove the obligation from him.
He looks at you and he shakes his head like,
You had what you wanted. You even said you had it. It's not my fault what happens afterwards. You should have looked after the property. And I'll just turn my back on him and go and see how Brightwing's doing.
he looks at you and he goes, I can erase all these people from your memories for what you've done, right?
Yes, but then who'd be paying you to do it? I know you too well, Mr. Kane. Why would you do that if nobody's paying you to do it?
And he sort of sighs, and then he sort of saunters on over, and he rolls his eyes, and he goes, Brightwing, do you mind if I have a look of your hair?
I sort of look up. Do I remember him?
You remember him. You remember him, but you don't remember what he did.
For what?
It's a very long and complicated factor. Also, I'm a fan. Also, could you sign this?
Man, I just want to stroke it at night when I go to sleep.
I sort of look. I'm like, Apostate, what's going on here?
And he's like eagerly waiting. At this point, you guys hear explosions going on upstairs again.
I'll also go, Brightwing, we need to get your mother out of here now.
Like, can you travel?
She's like, I'll have to. Ugh. And then she reaches up, she grabs the briefcase.
Do your wings work?
It. And she stops and goes, they haven't worked for years.
What?
I don't know. I haven't used them for a very long time.
Okay, I am
Wings?
definitely going to be asking her this, because it's the one thing on my mind at the moment. Is like, what is the briefcase for? Why does everybody want that briefcase?
And she looks over at you guys and she just sighs and she goes, it is a way to contact the Tsar directly. And there's also a way to find out who they are and where they are in order to track them down. As long as you don't send out the signal that says call them in, you're always good to use it.
Oh no. Shit.
But if you don't say, what are y'all saying oh no for?
I have no idea what happened.
Probably like,
I'll be like, we need to get you out of here, man.
There's something happening. Like, it's really rocking above you.
I think somebody might have pressed the button.
She opens it and it goes, what? It goes, like the words are there, and she looks at it. And Brightwing, when you look at it, you can translate, and you translate it as the call has been received. Earth shall be ours once again.
Like, who sent the call?
And
I look at my mom. I'm like, how can I read this?
She goes, it's in your DNA. Don't think about it. You're like, what the fuck?
The streak will be like, ma'am, don't worry about who pressed the button or not. Let's just get you out of here.
What a nice gentleman. One more thing. Brightwing, please take a powerful blow for the revelation.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh wow.
I was sitting there with my hands and
That's an appropriate roll.
I was gonna wait till everyone got there first if I did it. And you see. And
I think I mentioned, because after the DNA comment, I'm like, I'm half Tsar. As I just sit back quietly.
Also,
and I roll a 12.
Yeah! You see Mr. Kane lift up his hand going, please don't forget the lock of hair. I really do need it. Oh, never mind.
What should I do for a 12? I don't want to lose control of myself or my powers in a terrible way. Not in a small room.
Probably not.
I'm going to have to do two options. I can't flee because there's Tsar, attacking or something. Is my mother my opposition?
Depends.
Pain.
It's like, you don't worry about that. I can make that for you.
I'm going to give ground. Opposition gets an opportunity.
The high one, right? The high one, right?
The what?
The number 12 one, the 10 and above opposition.
Yeah.
Right? Excellent. All right.
No. I'm choosing the 7 to 9, 2 7 to 9 options.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I made him sad.
So I'm giving ground, and my opposition gets an opportunity, and then I'm taking 2 conditions.
Yeah. Take a step.
I think I'm getting insecure again because.
Are you sure you don't want to just lose control of your powers in a terrible way? I feel that's much better for you right now.
Don't do it.
Look, listen. You're about to go into.
I don't know if I want to trust you.
You're about to go into a fucking crazy fight. Are you sure you don't just lose control? That won't be very. It won't be very long. It'll be done, and then you'll be able to move on. And you won't take any conditions. Like really, it'll help you out in the long run if you take that. Look, trust me. Trust me on this one.
Teammates, should I trust? The powers that.
Yeah.
Let's make a story.
Embrace it.
I'll embrace it.
Excellent. You all start to take a step forward and you go, Hafsa. You sort of mud to your face, and then you stop, and then there's a in your chest. And you feel your chest just restrict a little. And you're not quite sure why. And then you go down on one knee and suddenly you feel this scorching fire within you, like it's burning within your heart and it's burning within your blood. And then you see the lines start to form on your body. The same one that was formed on Tori's body as it starts to run down her. There's something wrong with your power. Something within the Tsar is taking over you as you are. And as this is happening, you see Mr. Kane going, I told you to give me some power, give me your DNA. Oh, well, too late now. I did try. And he sort of shrugs. As he says that, the upstairs part of the area explodes open. Like it goes ripping, flying open. As you see, Tori is standing above. Not standing, she's floating above. And she's in like actual fucking battle. And as she's standing in battle, you see like these Magna Core flames are flying up to the air towards her, and she's knocking them back and forth as best as she possibly can, and just like destroying them and like mashing them up in a really cool, awesome way. And there's a weird fight going on upstairs. You're like having these lines around you at bottom, and Mr. Kane is just going, I'm just gonna go before this gets any rougher. And he starts like basically walk down the stairs that goes down to his dwellings as he starts to leave. What do you guys do?
Good question. I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
No, okay.
See, no conditions.
When we fought Tori last, I sensed the fear inside her briefly when she was facing Streak. And I'm gonna take a gamble that I know what that fear is. So I knew Tori and Jonathan from before the whole debacle, the comet and things, because I was like scoping out the area for what was going to happen.
Yeah.
What's Tori's surname again? Can you remember?
Madison. Madison? Yeah, Matheson.
Okay. So I'll just like step forward and go, Tori Matheson, you're a high school student at Halcyon PK. You were in love with Jonathan. And I'll just recite all the things I knew about her from before this Tsar transformation took over.
I love it, but I'm gonna make sure you do. Can you do that when you guys step out? Because she's above you. You haven't left the place for me to roll down.
Oh, okay. No, I thought she's like crashed in kind of thing.
Oh no, she's still flying. She's fighting Magna Coil
okay.
above you. I was just showing that there's actually action happening around you guys while you guys are having like deep, meaningful drama shit. So remember, you're gonna do that, and we'll do that bit a bit later.
Okay.
Well, I'll go and try to see to right wing. You know, he's obviously probably racked in pain and on his knees, and the veins are showing up, or those you know, spider lines or whatever. Yeah. I'll try to comfort him or something. He's like put my arms on his sides, and like, we're here with you. You're gonna get through this. Control yourself. Let's do this.
Roll comfort and support. And Mrs. Weiswell is sort of like going, I don't know what's going on. What's happening to him?
Ooh, my name.
Also, what'd you get?
Let's see. 6. 9. It's Monday.
9. All right. Steve, clear one condition. You feel a little better. And the line's lessening a little, but they're still dead. It's just fainter.
I'm less angry.
You were angry. Now you're cool.
I'm like,
see, I told you it's gonna work out. You just now might be taken over by the Tsar. It's fine.
Mom, what's happening to me?
She's like, I don't know, but these are our slave marks. We put them on people to control them and control the power within. How did you get one of these? This shouldn't be happening. Oh, I suppose you're half Tsar. You're half human, half Tsar. You're probably more likely to be infected. How? But why? When? I don't understand this at all. We need to find a way to get this out of you. But I unless we go up there, she points towards the ship. I can't think of anything else.
Like, is it gonna kill me?
No, it's just they'll take over you and they'll control you and be able to use you for their bidding. They take over your mind. You become a servant, a slave. A drone.
I look up at the ship. I'm like, how can we
Meanwhile, the fight's still going on upstairs, guys. I just want to point that out while you guys are having these kind of moments.
Like, how can you? Can it be temporarily disabled?
She looks at you and she goes,
I look up. I'm like, our friend Tori is under that control.
Wait, a human? How?
I think. I'm like, I really don't know anymore.
Lovelace
interject to say that,
don't go after you. Go and finish.
No, I just want to interject that hearing this back and forth, like we totally missed the whole reveal part. So hearing this back and forth on my, Alice's jaws just literally dropped to the floor, not literally, figuratively dropped to the floor. And it's like, I'm just looking back and forth between the two as they go through this casual exchange of, oh, you're Tsar, half Tsar. Like, what in the hell? It's just like, no. Yeah, that kind of thing going on in Alice's head.
At this point, Lovelace comes to the edge and you see her suit is slightly busted. And she's like, will you people please help? And she gets back into the middle of the foyer.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll rush out.
Yeah, and I looked at my mother. I'm like, we need to take care of this before we can do anything else.
She's like, don't look at me, you're the heroes.
I look, I'm like,
Oh my God.
You two ready?
We're ready.
I leap into action.
I didn't hear Apostate say he's ready. He didn't say anything at all. I just saw got quiet. I was like,
we're ready.
Okay, good. There we go. Good. Are you guys okay at the moment? Because you've all gone really quiet the last 10 minutes, and I'm a little worried. Did I do something bad? Everyone all right?
No, we're good. This is like this a whole all these plot lines are kind of coming together at this point. So it's oh my goodness, he really was.
So as Streak and I just want to know, Streak and
Apostate
right wing, jump, up to
fly,
deal with things, Are you just going to leave that briefcase on the table?
Oh Lord, no. I mean, if everybody's distracted, I'm going to take the briefcase. Definitely.
All right, you grab the briefcase. Subtly put it under your coat or something. It look cool. Yeah. No one noticed. All right, so new combat scene. This is what comes above you. Above, you see Tori is floating up there, and she's got the lines over her, and she's looking incredibly awesome, and she's throwing powers and shits all over the area, and just being amazing, and you love. She looks and acts fabulous. She looks incredible. Along next to her is what looks like Magna Core and Nightshade, and a conjoined fight up in there while she's throwing them away and just kicking their asses as best as she can. They see you, and then they sort of stop, and now everyone's sort of a three-way pose at the moment. And Lovelace is just leaning on the wall going, oh, I'm so tired. Someone else take over this, please.
So it was Magna Coil and Nightshade fighting Tori, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
oh wait, hold on, I forgot that character's name. Do you remember the character who dressed up like the Streak's name? I just realized I didn't write it down.
The girl that was wearing the Slutty Streak costume.
Yeah, was it? It wasn't Bodhi, was it?
No.
Where the fuck did I put it? No, I just realized I completely forgot to write her name down because she was made in the spot because I didn't have background for her. But she's there, and she also has the lines run. Yeah, Maya. Maya's there. She's got the lines running down her body. The same way that Tori and both you do. And she's standing there, and she's picked up these two basically these two big what's called not lamp, what is it, lamps, night lamps, the big street light things.
Street lights, yeah.
Yeah, she picked up two street lights and she's dual wielding them, and she's going towards them, and she's working with Tori. And that's the fight you've come up to. Congratulations, guys, your first three-way fight. Who's leading?
I will.
All right. Do you have influence on everyone? No. So Team Pool is back to 1 because time has passed. Oh, it was already at 1 anyway. Goes to 3. Do you have influence on everyone? Nope.
Nope.
Do you... Oh, what's the other one question for task? I always forget the second one. Okay. Does everyone have the same purpose in the fight? What is everyone's purpose in the fight?
To stop this so we can get his mom out and get to the real fight.
Okay. What
Pretty
about you,
much.
Brian? Is that yours?
That was mine.
What is yours, Apostate?
I'm playing with the team.
You've got a briefcase. You gotta try and find a way to get out of there. Are you? It's a bit of a big briefcase. Like, you know, you gotta hold it like that.
I am not going to abandon the team mid-fight, so I'm bringing this threat down before doing anything else.
So why are you putting the briefcase while you do this?
I'm not putting it down though. I'm holding on
So
to
you're
it.
holding onto the briefcase?
I like
this
this.
whole
Yeah,
time?
one-handed, but
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah,
So the combat has
He just has a
started.
nunchuck, not nunchuckers.
The combat has started. Everyone can go. Now you can do what you wanted to do earlier.
yes, I shall eulogize or soliloquy, whichever one is better. But yes,
Soliloquy sounds
Hopefully
better.
soliloquy.
yeah.
All right. So you're gonna try and soliloquize about it. Try and talk to her to talk her
Yeah,
down.
I'll like talk about all these experiences I had with her. You know, when she was just a high school student, and knowing her and the love she had for Jonathan and all this kind of thing.
Make a provoke roll.
Okie dokie. That would be 9 in total then, with my influence over her.
Right. You get to pick one from the list. Oh wait, you have influence over her, don't you?
I do.
There's something else you can do with influence. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, take a +1 against them. And then
Yeah,
you can
I
burn
had
it
that
to
in.
So yeah,
I had
that's
that in.
fine. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense to me. As I decided to. Yeah, that's already in. All right, pick one from the list.
Well, it's going to have to be she's going to make an error, and I'll get a critical opportunity.
Okay. So while unless you have an idea of what you want to do you?
I kind of want the real Tory personality to surface and realize what she's doing. Sort of start an internal conflict in this like czar slave form she's in.
All right, so she starts to basically she's throwing fireballs at people and trying her best to stop them from doing bad things. She's so cool. And then you're talking to her and she's like, shut up. And she's throwing some more. And then you're still going, she's like, shut up. And she's throwing some more. Then you say what it says, shut up. And she screams, shut up. The marks flare. Her eyes go fully like white. And then the marks disappear for a second. And then she's all floating in the air. She's like, well, what's going on? I don't understand. Everything is fine. I'm going to wait. What's happening? I don't. Okay, I will hold you and end this world that dared to fight. I can't understand what's going on. She's jumping in between. She's not fighting.
Yep.
That's your action.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I'll wait for our leader.
I'm gonna try something on Maya.
All right. Maya is looking pretty hot. She's dual wielding fucking street lamps. She's ready for you. Let's go. Don't fail.
Just roll a 12. Everything will be fine.
So still feeling this, bit of fire, within me.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my wings out, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. I'm slave apparently.
Slave for you. Do, 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 do,
Um,
do, 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 do.
Like, yeah. So I stand in front of her, with the lines a bit on my face still, and like, the masters want us elsewhere.
Wow, that's a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't everything?
that's the whole. Fucking hell, man. Everything is a gamble. You might as well go big or go home, right, boys? All right,
Exactly.
let's fucking hear it. Make me a provoke roll as you try to influence, but the masters want us elsewhere. Where they want us, she says, as you make your roll.
They want us to return to the ship.
All right, make your roll as you attempt to provoke. You have
10.
no conditions, right? 10. All right.
Actually, it's a
She
12.
falls for your bait. So she goes, return to, let's go. We all need to return to the ship after we have secured this planet. And then we're supposed to return to the school to get our next orders. What makes you think we have to return to the ship? She says, as night she's just flying around her and she's swinging at him.
Like, and I just put my, hand up to my head. I'm like, that's what they told me.
She looks down and she looks over at Tori and she goes, how am I going to deal with this? Because it's a good bluff. I can't just let her leave.
Maybe we need to go to the school.
She goes, excellent. She looks over at Tori and goes, that one's defective. And she grabs on a light switch and she throws it at Tori as she's like looking confused. And then she's like, I shall head off now. And she throws it and she turns to leave.
Yeah, I yell for Streak. Like, Streak.
Wait, if you yell for Streak, she's gonna know that you're no longer working with you're cheating and you're defective too.
Well, I will hope Streak knows what to do. We're a team.
All right,
we've worked together.
All right, so the scene is basically that Tori has turned on Maya.
No, Maya has turned on Tori.
Oh, Maya's turned on Tori, calling her defective.
And throwing a lamppost at her.
And throwing a lamppost at her. Oh man, I don't want to use it quite yet. I'll do my best to defend. I'm gonna throw myself in the way of between them, hoping that Tori breaks out of this control.
I love it. Make the roll.
Longer. All right. Oh geez, 5. I'm at insecure, so I'm at 3 plus my plus my savior is 2, so it's 6. Yeah, still down 7.
Right. What is the maximum amount of damage I can do to you right now? In this
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Apostate could help with team, but
nope. Screw that.
He has a briefcase,
You
though.
can help with team if you want. I'll let you fully allowed to help with team if you want. You are busy at the moment, but you could help with team if you want. Or that you can take the failure. That's also cool.
I'll take it.
I mean,
I'll take it. This is what the streak does.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of her thing, part of her shtick.
Are you sure?
Yes. I always go.
Last time, I ended up dressing as Space Hitler. So, are you sure?
I try to make it a point never to say no when I'm asked that. I just do it. Whatever I was gonna do, I'm gonna do it. I'll take it.
You realize that you cannot stop it from hitting Tori, so you get in the way. You fly in and you hope your body can take the hits from the lamppost. As you stand in the way of the lamppost, you brace yourself for it, and you sort of there's that bit where you close your eyes and you expect it to hit, and then you brace yourself up, you close your eyes, and then there's nothing. When you open your eyes, Nightshade. Remember, not Lampshade. Nightshade.
Lampshade. Now he's Lampshade.
No, Lampshade. Now he is. Lampshade is floating where you are, and the pillar has gone directly through him.
Oh
my goodness.
And as he's standing there and holding onto it, he's like, and then he falls dramatically and he hits the ground with it directly through his chest.
Whoa. I don't think Alice has ever seen a individual likely perish if you had a whole lamppost through you. Yeah, I think he's dead. Before I forget it. Oh, go ahead.
As he's falling, he turns towards you and he's like, "Save Tori!" As he hits the ground. His voice sounded different for a second there.
Oh no.
Yes.
Also, is that a foolhardy action without talking?
Oh, for him, yes, not for you.
For him, yes, not for me.
He's cleared that condition.
Bad news, though. Yeah, I'll kind of kneel down to kind of like put a hand on him at least. Even though this is Nightshade, right?
Yeah, Nightshade. Yeah.
Even though he's like the evil
he's
parts of apostate.
Yeah, he's forming back into apostate.
He's actually
with like the
he's actually like melding.
Yeah, he's melding back into apostate's face.
Okay, yeah, I'll
go on after you.
No, I basically as he's lying there, I'll kind of keep my eyes on the other baddies, but I'll kind of put my hand on him. I mean, yes, he's the evil part of the apostate, the extremely evil part, but Alice can't bear to just let him, perish without some kind of, contact, someone there for him as he goes.
As he hits the ground, Tori suddenly seems to have come out of her form, and then she lands on the ground next to him, and she looks really confused.
You would too if you came to like someone with a lamppost through him.
As you go next to him, he looks up and he's like, "I couldn't help it. Normally I can resist him, but my body moved on its own." And he looks over at both of you, like, in a second, and he's like, "I'm sorry I missed my date, Tori." And then Tori's face goes absolutely white.
My goodness.
And she's like, "Jonathan?" And as she says it, his face changes for a second into Jonathan's face. And then his whole body forms nothing but shadow and then disappears into the ground.
Oh, damn.
Take a powerful blow.
Holy crap. Yes, I will do that. Let's see here. 7. Damn. So close to it so far. Let me see. Look at the list. Let's see here. 7. Let's see here.
Meanwhile, Maya's already like leaping off to head back to the school, like you told her to do, because you made that check.
And I turned to Isamu. I'm like, "Isamu, how come all the kids around us are turning?"
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's you and Tori and Maya.
Oh my God, I could understand if it was me, but the others. Maya said that they were supposed to report back to the high school for further orders. Maybe that's the center of all of this. Of all of these slaves are.
We need to get to the high school then. Find out what's going on. But not you, Streak. I need you to do something else.
Well, for her powerful blow, she's gonna what do you call it? Give ground.
Provoke someone?
Basically,
give ground.
Yeah, she's gonna give ground.
Really?
Yeah,
all right.
She's just been hit by another freaking revelation. It's like this is a teenage girl's nightmare. Huge emotional burst after huge emotional burst, and this is like that was maybe Jonathan. It's all kind of swirling around in her head. It's like she needs to say she's maybe watched one of her friends die. So it's again, yes, as if one time wasn't bad enough. So yeah, she's gonna like just have her hand on where he was for a second, kind of trying to, she's, like on one knee, head bowed, kind of trying to get her brain together at this point.
Excellent. And you give ground, right?
Yes.
The shadows go into the ground and slowly start to sink in. And then they suddenly leap up and try and grab Apostate. Like they go straight for his face, like with like these horrible claws, just try and sink into his head. The anger of Nightshade from being created after him leaving his powers behind is still prevalent, and he tries to grab onto him. But at the very last second, you hear a no, and then the powers just shriek back and they slam into your head.
Oh, damn!
You feel like two people's thoughts just running around inside you in a horrible, confusing, weird, awkward way that absolutely wrecks your brain. And when they come back, your eyes now have this dark highlighter thing around them.
I've got the eyeshadow against low.
In your suits.
Yeah.
But you feel fine. Everything's around. Don't worry about it.
This happens to the streak or Apostate?
The streak.
Oh, streak. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because it was going to slam into them, and then something resisted it, so it pulled away. And just like last time, where when the power has nowhere else to go, because Apostate won't take it, it goes to the next available person.
Gotcha.
Oh, dear.
Fair enough. I'm sure everything's just fine. It's like she also look up
actually,
and it's like, let's get your mom out of here.
Have we actually witnessed this happening to the streak?
Yeah, right there. As I'm absorbing it.
I look at Apostate and I'm like,
Tori's like on the floor in tears. She's not sure what to do.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
How are you guys doing plot revisions so far? Good plot revisions? Having fun? Having a good time? Okay.
Absolutely. Oh my god. We're just this is like this hit at just the right time too. We're crescendoing here.
You've got to end the plot, so all plot lines must be solved.
What are you guys doing?
What does Streak need to do that's so important? We have the world to save.
Did I just watch Jonathan die again? Says Tora as she stands up with tears in her eyes. Does anyone seem to realize this?
Oh my god.
I look uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's like she's the fastest of us, and we can't waste any time. And I'm just gonna pull the briefcase out and pat and hold it out towards the streak, and say, "Go to the docks of this. Look for the conservatory and the man looking for a telescope. Give him this and ask him to keep up his end of the bargain."
As you say that, Lovelace and your mom, Brightwing, are like, "No, don't do that.
It's a weapon to fight the Tsar.
You don't know that.
A weapon.
Because Colatan wants that briefcase.
Streak, I love you. Do this for me.
Streak, do not leave that briefcase."
I know.
I'm using your drive.
I want to pull that one out now.
Wow.
Awesome.
Do you really love her? Are you telling the truth?
But I have influence over the streak, and if I tell someone your true feelings for them, I get to take that off.
I will you can always take advantage of your influence to basically go either do this or you will burn it and you'll give him a penalty.
Yeah, basically, I'm going for the look. I won't say I love you, but I'll say, look, think of that. You kissed me. That must mean something. Please do this for me. And yeah, I'll use my influence over the streak to like beg her just to trust me and do this.
All right. You can always reject the influence. Oops. You can always take the influence streak, and then you won't take the penalty that'll come with it, but it'll stay. I mean, you don't have to do. If you don't do what he says, you'll reject the influence, and he will put something on you. If you do what he says, everything's good.
So what's the situation with Magnacoil? What's he doing now?
Magnacoil is slowly recovering, and he's not quite sure what's going on because he just saw Nightshade die, and the fight's kind of over. And there's one of him and three of you.
Gotcha.
So he's just gonna.
Yeah.
All right. Streak will take the briefcase, turn to She'll do it, but she's going to turn to Brightwing and go, "Tell me where I go after I deliver this."
Meet at the school.
Lovelace's like, no!
I'm already gone. Boom.
And like she like curses and she turns towards you up off stage. She's like, do you realize what you've done?
Does she actually say curses?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she
she totally
curses.
says that thing.
Curses! You know what you've done?
I've bargained for a weapon that could end this before any more lives are lost.
That item has direct contact to the Tsar. If Takeshi Kuzukan gets his hand on it, who knows what kind of power he'll do? That's why we got it from him in the first place. At least I fully also suspect that he's the one that called them here, but it doesn't make any sense. Why would he do that?
And we don't need to discuss
That's
who
not the point.
pushed the button. It's not.
That's not the point. If you give that over to him, we've already lost. Even if we win right now, we've already lost. How can you not understand that?
I'm going to step up to Lovelace.
Before you do that, please reject the influence.
Oh, okay. Oh, she got it. Oh, okay. Didn't realize.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Just do it. Then get stuck to Lovelace. Because she's
So
generally
far,
like, I
I think
can't believe you've done this. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Meanwhile, it's a cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. What'd you get?
I'm just, I've got a -2 to reject because I'm still insecure. So that would be a fail then. A definite, absolute fail.
All right. She is pissed at you. She is pissed at you. I'm assuming you're angry, but no, you can't be angry, but you're already angry. She's so mad at you, and you realize that maybe it's good to have it might be bad. Mark afraid, and shift your danger up by 1, and your superior down by 1. Okay, now do what you're gonna do.
Slightly changes what I was going to do, but I'll step up to her then. And okay, why do you keep going a bit Tamashi Kokatan? I'm sending the briefcase to Finch.
All 3 of us. How did we meet you in the first place?
Oh yeah. I made a deal with him.
You have to stop doing that. That will literally get you killed.
You're telling me to stop making deals?
That's a good point. You're right. Short kettle. Oh, how are we gonna? Oh, Mr. Kane. Where is Mr. Kane? And she's like, Mr. Kane. Why did Mr. Kane leave? Apostate. Why did Mr. Kane leave?
I don't know. I don't know. What?
She looks directly at you. Did you say something to him?
I told him that you should look out for his own property more.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing important. I'm sure he'll be back any minute now, right, Mr. Kane? Mr. Kane. Look, it doesn't matter. Just leave. Just go. Get out of. All you kids, get out of. She looks at you. All you kids, get out of. Couldn't take that good crying girl with you. I've got to think. Guys, is anyone going to say anything? Like, I know there's a big gap, but come on.
I'm already gone.
I know, you're fine. It's these two that are not saying anything. I'm like, guys, everything okay?
Right. To be honest, I'm getting a bit overwhelmed by the number of characters and plots and things that are going on here. So can we just like have a quick recap? Because I'm sort of like, who's here and who's telling us to do what and what we expect to do now?
Okay, here's a quick recap for those of you who know to keep up with this. 4 things have happened so far. The school is your next target because you know that that's where all the kids with powers who suddenly come up with the weird Tsar tattoos are going from. Meanwhile, the briefcase that both tells where the Tsar are and helps locate every single Tsar in the area is being moved right now to Mr. Finch, who still works for Takeshi Kuzutan. Meanwhile, the streak is the one taking it over to him. That's what he's doing right now. Also, in a side note, Tori is here crying because she just saw Jonathan /Nightshade /Apostate's shadow powers die and get absorbed by the streak. Also,
so me and Brightwing are headed to the high school.
yeah,
Why,
I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
why on earth would we take Maya with us? Or Tori. Sorry, why on earth would we take Tori with us? Because she's
Well, you
just a
don't need to.
vulnerable. Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
sorry, that was what confused me because Lovelace was telling us, take this crying girl out of here. And I was like, what? Why?
Oh, no,
Who? When?
just like, get her out of here because she's crying on the floor for no reason. I don't know what she's here for.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get her, like, off this battle site. But yeah, after that, we're going to go to the high school without her.
No problem. Is everyone okay so far? Or is everybody completely lost?
Good.
I'm good.
You guys sure? Because like I'm a little worried that maybe I've overwhelmed you guys too much now.
I got you.
No, I think we're good. I
I'll
think
pick
we
up
just
your
need
foot
to,
down.
absorb and move on
Yeah.
to our next, thrashing.
Yeah. Just do
You guys won this battle.
Take one bit at a time.
Can we have 5 minutes just for a bio break?
Go on then, get out of here.
Excellent. Be right back.
Okay, doke. Hey, Steve, how's it going for you so far? You okay?
Yeah.
You sure? I feel like am I overwhelming you guys with too much?
No, it's just a lot of plot lines resolving, and our poor characters are kind of beaten down, not beaten down, but they're emotionally exhausted, I think.
I'm sorry. I have a lot to get through at the end of this.
You do. You have a lot of loose ends to tie in.
Well, I've tied them all. I've tied most of them. There's maybe 2 more left to tie up. But you guys keep making it harder for me by splitting up and doing like malt. I'm like, guys, I can't tie up all your plots if you keep introducing new people at the last second. Come on, guys.
I'm not introducing
guys,
anyone.
Guys, no more. I need to solve this. But that's it. I think that's pretty much all the big plot revelations done.
And there's going to be a lot of, certainly a lot of people, on the interwebs saying, I knew it, when I reveal that, no, really, I am half Star.
People are coming too far.
Or maybe I'll just keep that in my back pocket.
I've been waiting to do that
after I commit some atrocity or something,
I've been waiting to that since session 2. I'm like, just talk to, just go find your mom. Come on, she's right there. She's right. Just go find your mom and talk to her. So she's right there. Good points. All right, let's do the school, and then hopefully the last part, and then we'll be done.
Hello.
Are you okay, James? Is this too much for you?
No,
too fast.
No, it's fine. I just we had a lot of stuff just happened.
Yeah, I just mentioned our characters are just emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, it's like now there's another thing that's happened.
No, more friends dying. No.
Oh my god, there's another revelation. Yeah.
Well,
it's like one
it's the
after
finale,
another.
guys. I'm sorry.
Not your father, or I'm your father.
Hey, I have this is my first actual finale for Mass that I'm having to do. I've never had to plan a proper finale before, so I'm a little bit like, okay, I've got to pull a Brandon Sanderson and not stop with the revelations, because those are always the best. Gotta get all the plot twists done, everything revealed, everybody show themselves, and then we can end the game forever. Be done. You're almost near the end, guys. Just gotta stop the Tsar and you're done. That's all you need.
And possibly Tamashi Kokotan.
Yeah, him too.
Oh well, that's not my fault.
And possibly Evil Streak as well.
Also not my fault.
Or Evil Brightwing.
Yeah.
That one's your fault.
Also not my fault. All of these things are not my fault.
How is Evil Brightwing not your fault?
I literally was like, hey, do you want to take this instead? And he was like, okay. And I'm like, well. Pfft.
Oh, please. You just said you were working on it since episode 2.
No, I was working on your mom's revelations episode 2.
Oh, I see.
Right, got to get here. Let's do this thing.
So what book was released too early?
Vampire. I don't want to talk about it on the thing that does the recording. Not talking about the thing.
Yeah, don't talk about the thing. The thing is not thinged.
I'll just sit around and smoke clove cigarettes, and
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Let's move on.
My husband didn't get the reference. I'll need to explain it later.
I was listening to them talk about a book, and I didn't. Maybe I missed this when it was originally a thing, but apparently the vampires get certain strengths by drinking the blood of people with those strengths. So if you want to be super smart, you go and drink the blood of a college professor, or you want to be a hot, good-looking kind of person, you go and drink the blood of a supermodel, and you get those kind of.
Remember that in the earlier edition, but
no, I didn't. So maybe it's a new thing that I did. I don't recall it specifically being mentioned. So
I have returned.
Welcome back, Scott.
Hello.
Sorry,
All right. So Maya's heading to school early. You guys are going with her. Are you taking? Where are you putting Tori, who's looks devastated? But on the plus side, her markings are gone.
I think Tori, Isamu, and Bryce will walk, a ways from the battle site before we sort of say, we need to leave you, Tori, and go take care of this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a city
it'll be safer if you're not near the school.
And she sort of nods, and she just looks like she's absolutely wrecked.
Like,
she doesn't know what to do, and she sort of goes, I guess even in death, he still tries to save me, huh? If this is all over, can we... I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know what these things are that I can do. But if you need a hand of anything, just let me know, okay?
We will.
And then she nods, and she goes, it's okay, I'll just... And she takes a seat on the floor, like on the roof. And she's like, I'll just wait right here for you guys to come back. Promise me you come back?
We're alive, we'll come back for you.
That was a bit too honest, frankly.
Bryce just shrugs at, Isamu, cringing at that, but...
I think that's fair. I think, Bryce, you should definitely roll me a confidence support.
That was confidence support.
Good try. Exactly, that's why you should roll it.
I think I roll a 3.
Yay! That you do not feel like that really helped in any shape or form whatsoever. You're definitely
I'm pretty sure
everything fucking worse. Please mark guilty.
It's a lot easier on Twitter. I will guilty.
On the plus side, that's all about Twitter for a while.
But as Bryce and Isamu are, walking away from Tori, I'm, sort of commiserating with Isamu a little. I'm like, I know what it's like to have debts that are hard to pay, and the trouble that causes. I've seen it. I understand.
I walked away from my mentor, but I don't feel like I really left him behind. It's hard to know what to do that's right now. I followed his teachings for all my life, and I think even when I was trying to be good, I was still doing the wrong thing. I hope I haven't messed things up.
Like, I do understand. I mean, look, we're following, my fans got me. And now you're, following those who still have a hold on you. And who knows what will happen, but we'll get through it.
If it comes to it, I mean, how far do we go? My mentor taught me to do a lot of things, but they're not exactly right things all the time. But to save other lives, I mean, how do you balance that? What would you do, Bryce, to save somebody's life, or to save a whole city of lives?
I would give my own.
Is that?
Did you just do your? Did you just do your vulnerability?
Yeah, because I asked him what. Yeah,
I just did my special comfort and support.
Yeah, I use a special. All right, so do your special one, and then we'll do their vulnerability. Okay. So
my comfort and support is take it from me. When you comfort or support someone who openly admires your celebrity persona, I just roll superior instead of mundane.
Woo! Do it. Woo-hoo. 2 doubles. Come on, baby, give it to me.
It's a 6. No, wait. Did that reroll? I can't tell. It either rerolled the exact same thing or I didn't hit reroll.
Yeah, and I can't even see the streaks dice on here, so.
Can't you? It's like over there. I'm up for you. Hang on. Whee!
Oh, there it is. It's just appeared.
Yeah, your screen resolution is too low. Anyway,
I'm gonna
I
roll
would
because I don't
go
think
on
it
and
rolled.
roll again. Roll it. It's fine.
Okay, so that's a
Oh,
7 and
that did.
9. That's a superior, so it's a 8.
In that case, apostate clear one of your conditions, and apostates, you ask them the question, so gain influence over the streak, over what's called Isamu.
Right wing.
No, Isamu, over Brightwing.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
You're like the parent who never gets Bill, Johnny, Bill, Jim.
One of these
Whatever
kids, turn up!
Go through the dogs' names and stuff before you get to their name.
Oh dear. It's gonna have to be. Yeah.
I liked it better when we were being compared to children, Scott. Thank you. As opposed to dogs.
Let's deal with Scott Cena. We're back at the school. So you go to the out to the place where he gave you. It's like a light. It's like a greenhouse, so you can just zoom in with your light and land.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a man just pruning away, and he looks over at you. And he's like, "Oh, hello. I don't think we've met before."
She lands gingerly, looks around, makes sure there's like the telescope. She's in the right place. Did the apostate send me to you?
Ah, good Odisamu. I have what you have, but do you have what I have? I want.
What do you have for me to keep your end of the deal?
This isn't a negotiation. You pass me the briefcase or I give you nothing. Do not test me, child.
Fine. Hand it over.
Fucking kids. Get my fucking way trying to tell me the shit this is. And he opens it up. And it's like, he's like, yes, yes, yes. And he closes it. And he slinks it. Closes it. He slinks it like basically. He goes to one of the trees and then he slots it in. And he goes, consider our debt paid. And from the same tree that he slots it in, you see a light start to glow within. And then he pulls out this like weird orb that has like a whole bunch of stuff rolling through it. And he comes over to me and goes, this is of the latest technology created by the people who knew of the Tsar's presence to be coming over here soon. And he puts it, I guess you should put your hand out.
Sure. What do we do with it?
In exactly 4 hours, it will implode and cause all Tsar systems to fail. If it is on the ship in 4 hours' time, let's make it even closer. If it's on the ship in 2 hours' time, the ship and all its components will cease to function and it will crash. If it is not, it will affect the people around you and possibly destroy anything around you within a 500-meter radius. If there's no Tsar technology around you. One or the other. Either way, I prefer not to be here in 2 hours.
Got it. Goodbye. Head out.
As you fly away, he sort of watches you slowly leave. And you see him open up a phone and he dials in. He goes, I have it. Let's make a deal. Right, so we cut to the school. The school itself, as you guys get in there, you see the assembly is in place. All the kids are lined up outside the school in the school grounds. Quite a lot. Not everyone is there, but you notice that pretty much everyone from the power section of the school is lined up. And they all have the lines on their faces and the necks running down. And standing in front of them, with her arms folded, is Principal Dodson, giving instructions as to where they should go in the city and what they need to do and when they need to attack and what's going on. And she's giving instructions around the area. Also, we've lost Scott again. God damn it, Scott, get over here.
You've got to hand it to the necromancer. He really stands out in the crowd.
I hate all of you. Leave Giraffe Kid alone.
You can spot him a mile off.
Damn it, we've lost Scott. Scott needs to get over here soon. There he is. All right. Okay, Scott's back. All right, let's continue.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, I got frozen there for a second.
You're dead to me. Okay, guys. What do you want to do?
Now, are these are all did you say like all of the supers from the school have the lines on them and they're lined up taking orders from the principal?
all the people who have been registered as supers from the school are lined up. You can see Anala, many ladies standing in the corner. You can see Giraffe Kid, Necromancer.
It's
I got you to say
it. So it's like this is almost like a Tsar recruiting station, basically. The bastards.
And they all have the lines running down them, the one that controls them. And the principals at the front giving instructions.
Do we kind of like land in the near distance to kind of take in the scene as we're watching this, or
wherever you want?
What do you guys think? I want to. My thought is like kind of get to the scene, have a second to talk amongst ourselves to figure out what the hell's going on, what's our move, and then maybe.
I think we land, like in the, behind the, quote unquote, bushes, within sight of the school. Like, they're all infected.
What is it? I mean, you've felt.
Oh, damn! We have a clock, our first clock.
What did it feel like when it happened to you, Bryce?
Like burning inside, and then I don't know, the lines, and as I sort of look at my hand, which probably still has a little bit of faint lines on it, and I'm like, my mother says that it will allow them to control everyone. Maybe I'm a little more resistant than some parts are, but
we managed to.
I don't know if I'll lose control.
Why aren't Apostate and I affected though?
Because we were never part of the special kids.
You never joined the special kids class because both of you were not known as people with powers.
That's right.
We broke Tori out of it. We could try and break them out of it too.
All of them at once.
We just remind them who they really are.
Yeah.
You see, as you guys are talking, there's like a beam that goes straight up. Like every now and then goes whoosh, straight up to the ship from within the school.
I'll put my hand on Brightwing's shoulder and say, they need to be reminded who they are. They need to be reminded they're high school students. They need a shared memory. Somebody they all know, Brightwing. Somebody that can reach out to all of them at once.
Brightwing.
It has to be you. You worked your whole life at this moment.
I look somewhat horrified at that.
Oh, it's so true, though.
Brightwing, there's your audience there. Reach out to them.
There's still a stage there.
Yes, Razzle Dazzle stage is still there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna quickly interject, holding up the ball.
I look at you.
And by the way, we need to get this on the ship in less than 2 hours.
2 hours.
Or bad things will happen.
What bad things? What more bad
Everything
things?
around this orb will be hurt badly if this isn't on the ship or around a whole lot of Tsar. If it's on the ship or on the Tsar, it'll cease functioning of all their technology, and they'll be at our mercy. 2 hours, less than 2 hours.
We need to get them free of the Tsar before that goes off. We can't risk them being affected by this. Come on, Bryce.
I'm like,
it's your time. It's your moment. Does this count as comforting and supporting him?
no.
No. Really? I can't even justify any shouting. No, you're like, you gotta go forward and do the big thing with everyone else.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Like you're like throwing me to the wolves, and you're like, is this comforting?
Did you feel comforted as I dangle you?
And the only thing that I'm penalized for right now with conditions is provoke. Thank you very much.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you better have the inspirational music to play in that. Eye of the Tiger, something.
cruel summer.
Oh, Jesus, for it all time, it all comes
Everywhere you
together.
go.
Like, you two are going to need to distract the principal when this happens. She's controlling them now. She's probably a czar.
Oh, we can take care of her.
I'm feeling it. So what's the plan?
Apparently, I'm supposed to remind everyone that they're high schoolers, and they're going to distract the principal, and I'm going to get ripped apart by many, many different ways.
So how are you doing it?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna
Being thrown into this against my will.
Got to distract the principal first, I think. So either me or the streak have got to like get in there and draw the principal away without getting all the other high school students chasing after us.
Maybe as I land on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Perfect.
so the plan is that you're gonna land the stage.
Mhm.
You're gonna grab the microphone and you're gonna start
Yep.
talking within it and hope to make a massive speech. And I'll tell you, I'll even be nice to you. I will let you roll to seek help from your audience.
Oh,
And this is obviously. Is there any way we can add our team dice to this too? We haven't done a whole lot with that.
Yeah, well, I would, but your team at the moment is 1 because time has passed.
Yeah.
We can spend
Okay,
that.
we still have one.
We'll take one.
Yeah, one might be enough. It might be all we need.
While you're on the subject, you will you're also going to distract the the principal. How are you going to distract him so he doesn't just turn up and stop you broadcasting that?
Let's see here.
Hey, what do we know about the principal other than the fact that they're a bit of a elitist?
They're massive elitists. They're the reason why they segregated classes between heroes and normal people. That's about all you know, really. You haven't really had much interaction with them.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna try the whole. I'm gonna fly right up to her then, to get in her face to distract her. My ruse would. Yeah. I'm gonna clear it with the team, but I think I can distract her for at least a little while.
Yeah. And if I can like project an aura of sort of uncertainty rather than abject fear over the audience, so that they don't just like dive in and help the principal, they hold back.
Okay, I think this should be a 3-part roll. So first things first, you're gonna try and go hum. And everyone's like, "What's going on?" Make your uncertainty roll. It is unleashing your powers.
Okie dokie. Oh, this might actually succeed then.
This might actually succeed.
Yes! Yes, we have a 10. We have a 10.
Miracles do
Yay!
fucking happen.
Just when I finally needed that, it came through.
The crowd starts to calm down a little. They start to stop being so freaky. They all sort of just chill and they start to like go, I'm not sure what's happening. They all feel some air. And the principal's like halfway through like giving instructions going, and we shall defeat the human race and ensure that the land is ready for Tsar Overtake. Why are you all not listening to me? What's going on? And then you, Streak.
I'm going to fly straight up to her, get in her face, and basically I'm going to do, since she's probably Tsar, I'm a duly appointed member of the Galactic Protectorate. I'm Galactic Protectorate Agent 42618, and you're in violation of treaties. The Treaty of Algernon, the Treaty of Castus, and Treaty 657 signed by the Kree. How do you plead?
All right. Fuck yeah, let's do it. You confront her. I guess that's provoke. Roll provoke. I can't think of what the movie could be. I think that's the best thing we can get to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very provocative.
I'm gonna. Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna use my mask.
Now is a good time for that.
My mask is presently superior. I'm gonna use my mundane instead.
Do it.
I'm gonna basically affirm what my grandpa wanted me to do all in the first place. So let's cross our fingers. 13.
Motherfucker. What do you want her to do?
I wanted her to maybe even retreat. She's probably acting in violation of all the treaties I stated, and maybe
Like,
she's fearing punishment.
Oh shit, we out. She looks
Yeah,
over.
the cops are here. The cops are here.
She looks like she sees the Galactic Federation
Space cops.
congratulate logo, and she's like, "Ha! I know you're just a foe." And she stops, and she goes, like, she stops for a second. She looks at you closely, and her eyes wide, and she goes, "You've been approved." And she looks at the audience, and she realizes shit's about to get real, and she backs away slowly, and then she fucking bolts. You see her bolting inside the building, like she just basically runs inside and she slams the door shut behind him. The students look really confused and unsure. Some of them are powering up a little bit. Now is the time for the real moments. Now is the moment to shine. Now is the time to show us what you're made of, Brightwing. This is the moment.
I'm made of tinfoil and hope.
Aren't we all?
The microphone is in front of you. You land as you pick it up. It goes.
So
and there's silence.
When are you going to have me roll the audience rolls, just so I know when to?
After you make the speech.
How to integrate it? Okay.
At the end of the speech, you make the audience roll. At the end of the speech, you make the roll.
Okay.
Because it'd be really funny when you roll your double ones.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh.
It's coming, boys. It's coming, boys.
No.
Get ready. Get ready for the double ones.
At least, yeah, because it's going to be a straight roll because I don't have any. I have that one team. That's basically it.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's your audience roll. It's a superior roll.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I can use the audience roll as opposed to provoke. Got it.
Yeah. Because it applies a lot better than that.
Well, seeing the principal's distracted, this is gives me at least an entryway. Like students. Just trying to get their attention.
Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's looking at you.
Like because that's what you are. You're all students. Humans. And I look at, hold out my hands. I'm like, I'm affected just like you. But I've managed to fight the influence. To fight against the control that... What are you doing, Scott? Got it.
Continue.
Oh, we switched the music.
The iPod. What is playing? What is playing in the background, Scott?
That's my Superman theme song.
Okay, Superman theme song.
You're hearing it?
Like we're all born different, but we still control our lives. My friend Rebel Yell taught me something before he was injured trying to protect this city. We don't have to take orders from the principal. We don't have to take orders to kill everyone. We don't have to take orders from anyone, especially the Tsar.
Keep going.
Yesterday we were just high school students. But today we have the opportunity to be heroes. Don't let them order you around. Let's take the fight to them. I pump my fist like, let's go.
Roll it. Let's see if you got it. Let's see if you got it. Do I finish the song or not?
God.
Oh shit!
Here comes the double ones, boys.
God.
Well,
God.
Yes.
Motherfucker. I cannot believe your dice literally rolled a 12. That is insane.
Did,
Well,
did
Ted,
three
Ted.
players? Did 3 players in the role-playing game just enact a plan that actually worked?
Wow, we're not a single fan. I can't fucking. There's a
I mean,
bit
so far,
where,
most
like,
of our other ones have failed, spectacularly. So
there's a bit right where like it's pure silence, and no one says anything, and it's all quiet, and then you suddenly hear a.
we hear an affirmative nay from the necromancer.
People are just like fucking cheering you on. They're like, yeah, whoa! And as they're speaking and cheering you on, you see the marks in their faces slowly start to dim. And everyone's just sort of looking at each other, going, "What are we doing here? What's happening?" I don't know, but I got powers. We could do something about this. We could save
I
people.
point up, I'm
We can
like,
help.
this is why we're here, pointing up to the, big, spaceship over the city.
Some kids are like, I don't know, it's a bit big. And some kids are like, we're gonna take that down. You see Anella like step up and she forms like a whole bunch of herself and they grab like different weaponry from the ground and they're like looking at arm themselves like they're ready to go. Everyone is pumped. You have them. The only thing they demand from you is that you lead them.
Woo.
Done. Like that light that we saw. When I flew in, did I see something on the roof?
Yeah, on the roof there is like a space elevator, light elevator that just takes you straight up.
Yep. Like we can do this.
Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah, they're gonna join you. So do you want me to continue?
What's that?
Do you want me to see what happens next?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go for
Because the next scene is basically going to be cutting to the Tsar ship itself. And there's a beautiful shot of the Tsar ship. And you see all of these there's not that many of them, but you see there's like alien creatures with like the look of the Tsar upon their face, just typing away and like working computers and like organizing things along Harlequin City and find out where all the heroes are going and sending kids over there. And then the door busts open and the principal runs in. She's out of breath, like, she's like, we need to stop. She's like, why not? We're so close to dominating the city once and for all. Like, no, you don't understand. Well, I don't understand. He's like, beep, beep, beep. And he looks at the screen and like you see like all the dots around the area are moving and converging towards the school. It carries on the school and it becomes this big ball, and then it stays on the light. And then they're like, Brightwing's coming! And at this point, in the teleportation room, all these kids just come flying out and just start basically unleashing their powers on people because they're in the school. They all know how to use their powers. So it's like, it's a fucking superhero world. And they all just start going for it. And now there is a fucking great fight happening on the Tsar ship, with all these Tsar fighting these kids who are just going for it. And they're unprepared. Absolutely 100% unprepared. As the three of you come afterwards and stand there, what would you like to do?
What's the countdown on the super weapon?
Oh, countdown. Oh, sorry, I should probably put that down by 2 more, shouldn't I? Hang on a second. You reckon you've got 1, 2, 3 more segments before things get really bad.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
So
we need to find out where they're controlling everyone from. As I scan the machinery, is there anything that like just screams control center to me?
Assess the situation.
Oh,
at least I can speak the language.
True.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, so that's -2 to that. It's okay. That's the worst could happen. I destroy the flight controls, Oh, I rolled.
Oh, geez.
You rolled a 12?
I rolled a straight
Ask
12.
me a question.
What here is the greatest danger?
You notice on the instructions that there is like a power control section, which is a reset button for all the slave controls. If someone hits that, it will rejig the controls that control people and then resum a new spectrum, which means that everyone who's in control before will come back into control again. It's just so in case rebellions happen and people break past their slave tattoos that they have.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest danger. And you reckon someone's probably heading to that room.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And let's see. How could we best end this quickly?
Get to that room. Oh, no. No. That'll be easy. Ending this quickly would be get the device to the main power core, which is located on the other side. Having it go off in there will shut down the ship system and cause it to crash.
I'm trying slave stuff.
What's the last question you'd like to ask?
I only get 2 on a 10 plus.
Oh, 10 plus only 2? Is it not 3?
You know, it's not a AW, so
That sucks. Oh well, sorry, bro. That's what you get.
Like, we need to stop the stop anyone from getting to the reset to reset the slave commands.
You also need to find someone to get this thing to that room and switch it off.
Yeah, I'm like Streak. You need to go to the power core. That's the best place for this device.
Just point me in the right direction.
All right, Streak. That's where you're going.
I give her directions in English, not Tsar.
I
You know.
Yeah, it's
Left,
down the road.
left
Take the corners. Man. Left of the blue thing. If you see a sign saying that, oh, Bishop there, you've gone too far. All right. What about the control room?
I think that's where I was going.
All right.
Like,
what about the people you're trying to control?
With what?
Who's leading the people having to fight then?
Good point. Like, I better lead them because they're listening to me right now, and I might be able to regain control if they flip out. Like, Isamu, can you go to the control room?
Yes, I'll
It's
do what I need
down
to do.
there.
All right. So here we go. Let's do you guys. I'm gonna do a quick scene with each one of you, and then we'll come back to you
Hopefully,
guys.
we all 3 don't fail these rolls.
Oh yeah.
So first things first, we deal with Streak. You zoom all the way in, and you realize you're in this like giant looking like fucking turbine that's spinning like that with wonderful, awesome looking blue energy that's just like running around the big fucking like giant turbine that's running down. You know this is the main control, but you need to get this to the very center, which is like right in the middle of it. So you'd have to like find a way to get past the turbines to get in to put it in there.
Gotcha.
Only problem is, as you come into the room, the door shuts behind you. And then you hear footsteps walking towards you. She looks a little battered and a little tired, but she wipes a little bit of Zao blood off her lips that you recognize the principal. And she goes, I wasn't expecting the Galactic Confederate to send someone, especially someone so competent, but I plan to stop you right here and right now. Cutscene. We cut to the control room. Apostate, you're like fucking flipping over things and like doing sweet backflips and shit. And then you arrive at the control room and you slide on in and you see it's this big red control that sits in the middle of the room. This huge red control thing with like a whole bunch of panels and stuff. You know what you need to do to get there. The only problem is someone's already beating you there as you arrive. You notice standing up with the briefcase open and now connected to it is Tamashi Kotan. And he sort of stops and he turns towards you. And he folds his hands and he goes, do you realize what this device can do and why I have wanted it this whole time? This is the moment I've been waiting for. This is why the Zawa is supposed to come here. With their controls, I can have control over every single superhero in the world. We can do what you always wanted. We can bring revolution by owning everyone. Do you realize how powerful and how strong that will make us? we'll cut the scene right there, and then we'll jump to the last
Nice.
one where everyone's having a big fight scene. And they're on the bridge, and you guys are basically people are just going for it left, right, and center, fighting on the people as they can. They're trying their best. Brightwing, you're standing on the bridge. This beautiful shot of Harlequin City, which is still in flames at the moment, and it looks fantastic and it feels great. But as you stand there and look to the window, you see something that's slowly starting to make its way towards you. It's slow and it's doing its best, but it's there. And then suddenly, almost at the speed of sound, it breaks the windows. It goes shattering everywhere. And then it lands on its feet. And then it gets up and you see it's Rebel Yell. He's got like a bandage over his head. And he looks at you and he looks pissed. And he's like, Brightwing, I can't control it. I say I can't control it. You see the lines are starting to form on his face, back and forth, over and over and over. And he looks and he goes, but there's only one thing I feel I can do. And that's take you down with me. And guys, we're in combat.
Yeah. Good
one.
Hey, I didn't ask you guys to split up. That was all up to you. You could have done these things one by one. Chose to split up. Chose to split up on you. So, let's start the same way I began. So, Izumu, you're 1v1ing the principal, who has this big fucking gun in her hand.
Streak.
Who? What?
Sorry, it's not Izumu, my bad. Streak, you're 1v1 the principal, who has this big gun in her hand. And she looks pissed. And she continues a monologue. You are the reason you and your people are horrific and have stopped us from conquering walls before. But no more. Earth is ours. And there is nothing you can do to stop it. What'd you do?
And like put up a hand and had the glow start to form on the fist, work the way down. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to stop you.
Let's see you try. All right. Directly engage.
I will directly engage.
Do it.
Let's see. Is danger 7.
7. All right. Pick one from the list.
All right. Let's see here. Ooh. Can I? This is an interesting one. Can I make an opportunity for my allies? I was thinking something like, if I like slam into her and she goes against one of the other turbines in here, maybe somewhere else in the ship, the power, just for a little bit.
Who would you like to choose to help?
I think of the group. Let's go with. Oh, geez. So who's going where again? I forget.
Streak is in the control room. She just needs to get the control and stop someone from resetting it. But Takeshi Kutan is holding up his briefcase and can control everyone from there.
I'll go with Brightwing. I'll try to help Brightwing in his situation. He's the most dire need of the three. Well, to the overall picture here.
All right. So she's shooting at you, and you come in and you swing at her. She gets a shot off, and it slams you in the shoulder. Take a powerful blow. But as you swing into her, she slams back. And she goes flying off and she hits the turbine. When she hits the turbine, she like stretches out her wings so she can catch herself. But she hits the turbine, and then the turbine goes, and the ship starts to tilt. As it's tilting, there's this big like sound wave that hits around the area, stopping Rebel Yell from using his voice against you to keep you away. He's like, he lets to scream, and it goes boom, and it like sort of shakes him, and he loses his balance, so he doesn't attack you this turn. If you go after him, you will not get attacked. So you don't need to pick. You already have, if you directly engage, you already have what's the one I'm looking for? Resist and avoid your blows down. Yeah. Okay. What did you get for your what's called your power?
About to roll it. I actually rolled well. I got a 3, 4, 5.
Motherfucker, get XP! Yeah, the shot means nothing to you. You just brush it off. We jump on down to Brightwing.
Yeah, so as you know, the ship tilts and there's that shock wave or sound wave that blasts through. My wings just go up to maintain balance, And seeing that Rebel Yell is not really looking to talk right now, I fly right at him to try and knock him out.
All right, directly engage. Do it. Take him out. Are you finally directly engaged, Rebel Yell, after all this time waiting?
Yeah, I know. We've avoided this fight for so long. I rolled an 11.
All right, pick 2 from the list. You already have resist their blows done.
I want to impress, surprise, or frighten him.
Mm-hmm.
And take something from him. I think I have my hands around his throat.
Oh, so you're stop. You just hold him
Just gonna kill him?
No, I'm just stopping him from breathing right now. Just so he can't yell at me.
He's like, oh, he's trying his best to scream.
Yeah, and I think I'm taking like his head, and I'm like trying to like I'm probably like bouncing it off of a console or something, you know.
And he's like struggling when he's fighting you as well. One more hit like that will probably
he's so
take him
tough,
out.
you know.
He is pretty nails, but he's been like he's done.
Yeah, I know.
nothing
He's
but be
already hurt. That's the only
and
reason I'm able to
episode.
do this.
All right, and that's you down. Next up is Takeshi Tukudan versus Izumu. Izumu, what you doing?
Okay, so I see my mentor there with this device that will allow him to control everyone, and I'll just like very politely bow to him as I would to a mentor, and I'll say,
He gives you a sub bow back.
"In the past, I have fought at your side. Do not make me fight against you now, for I will, and I am younger and faster. You will lose, old man."
Yes, but you anywhere near as pissed off as I am.
Pissed off? Am I pissed off? You ruined my life. You taught me these things that twisted my mind. And God, I'm finally free of you. You are a monster. I hate you with every fibre of my being. You've spoiled everything for me. I can't look at anyone without thinking what schemes they've got going on in the back of their mind. I can't trust anyone. I also think 3 moves ahead. I hate you! And I'll just slam into him like this.
Nice.
I also told him how I really feel about him.
I think you did.
Trying to get an XP.
It was subtle. You kind of had to read into it a little bit, between the lines, but yeah.
Oh, what's that? Somebody else rolling my dice for me?
Nope.
It just changed up on this. Okay, it just changed for no apparent reason. Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
6 and danger is now 3, so that'd be 9.
Right, pick one from the list.
Oh yeah, okay then. Take something from them. I'm going to grab back the briefcase then.
All right. Are you sure?
Why?
Nothing. It's connected to the machine. If you grab it, you'll rip it out. That's also cool. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.
My intent is to stop him from using it to take control of everybody. So
you slam your fist into it, and he takes the hit. Like you seem like real, and you reach up and you grab the machine, the thing. But as you grab it, you see him like reach out and grab your hand, and then he holds your hand basically, and looks at you, and he goes, "I made you this way." And he looks up and he swings at you and he gives you on the jaw. And he goes, I protected you. Bam. I made you stronger. Bam. I made you capable of being here in the first place. Bam. I made you strong enough to control the Tsar. Bam. I made you in my own image to make you the next leader of the world. And these are the thanks I get. And he slams into you one more time with like a power hit. You go flying back, but you've got the briefcase in the hand, which rips the control panel out. And the control panel starts to spark and do weird, crazy shit. No one knows what that's going to happen to all those kids. Nobody understands. But more importantly, take a powerful blow. Smack. There you go, flying across the roof. Also, if you've knocked angry, this counts as breaking something important.
Okay. Let's see. So I rolled 7, and I've got 2 conditions still, haven't I? So that would be a 9.
Yep. That's not so bad.
Okay. Yeah, could have been slightly worse. I'm going to mark 2 conditions.
Yes. I mean, what?
I mean, this
He's bleeding from
is
his lip. He's pissed.
yeah. I'm going to be afraid and guilty because this is like I know that he could probably tear me apart if he really wanted to. He taught me everything he knows, and it's reminding me of all the bad stuff I've done. It's really bringing up all these issues about like all the times we did bad things together. I'm trying to wipe that away by beating him now.
As the machine rips, Brightwing, you see the kids are all like sort of holding their heads, and this horrible pain is running through them, but it seems to be okay. Not
running
you,
through
though.
me too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, literally about to go through it. Not you, though. You're not so okay. Because you're holding onto this guy's neck, and then this thing starts to run up you, and then you feel the line start to run along you there. And like Rebel yells like, wait, no, stop! And then he like sort of like grabs you and he tries to shake you to try and get you to wake up, and he's like, ah, and he's like fucking smacks you across the face with a powerful blow. As he gives you a powerful blow to try and wake you up.
And let's see, I have fun condition.
Oh my! Like he's like, ah, no.
8.
All right. Just take 2 more conditions. You'll be grand. The ship is like now spinning, guys.
I'm going to give ground, and my opposition gets an opportunity.
Yeah. As you start to move back, the lines complete and reach your eyes. You feel them running up your face. You have a choice. If you push them down now, you'll be able to hopefully remove the control you have over yourself. But it will officially make yourself more human than Tsar and lose control of your wings.
Oh.
That is the choice you have. You can either let it control you, or you can reject your Tsar bloodline and lose control of your wings.
Subtle. I know
Or you can let it control you, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll probably just kill Rebel Yell and then proceed to kill everyone else in the room.
Yeah, you'll be grand. Don't worry about it.
I will just tamp that down a little bit and
Can I lower it a little?
yeah, can I just soften that edge a little bit,
Soften that edge.
Yeah, so I will reject the Czarness.
You're gonna what?
Reject
You're gonna
the Czarness.
All right. So there's a bit where like it's running up here, and Rebel's like, fight it, and then you just can't seem to do it. And then like there's an image that runs into your mind. What is the image that runs to your mind that helps you reject the Tsar influence over you?
My father, when he was first hit by a car, and he was in, in the hospital bed, with casts and, the doctor coming in saying, "You'll never walk again."
Ooh.
So it's my human side.
And just like that, you breathe in, your eyes open, that flashback comes in, the screen goes white, and then when you look up, the lines are gone. And you feel great. And then the weight of your suit hits you, and then you hit the ground. When you wipe that thing off you, Rebel Yell screaming for you actually pushes his down as well. And you see his go down. And then he comes up to you and he sort of helps you. And the kids are all like, sort of like looking at you as well. And you can see the lines are running down their faces as well. In a really odd, awkward way. Hey, at least your scene is done. Let's cut to Streak.
Yes.
The Principal Dawson is flying around shooting at you, mad.
Let's see. I'm trying to think what alternatives I have besides the direct attack, but that might be it. Can I?
You still got a device. You can put it in.
We've had. You know what? We've had enough time where I've interacted with her. Can I pierce her mask? Can I see? Can I do what's going on with her?
Yeah, do it.
All right. Uh, 13.
All right. When you pierce the mask, I very rarely get to use this move, so I'm always happy. You can ask me 3 questions, not 2, because the situation is trash.
Let's see. Yeah, well,
Brendan Conway, why is that 2, Brendan? Why?
Well, actually, for Pierce Mask, it's 3 on the sheet I'm looking at.
I know, right? It's great.
3 for, this is weird.
That's a situation is 2, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Right.
Brendan Conway, why?
Let's see here. How could I get your character to surrender?
If you show her that all hope is lost and that the Tsar ship is going to blow up no matter what she does, she will surrender.
Gotcha. And that's interesting. How could I gain influence over you?
Reveal the bomb you're holding. You reckon revealing the bomb you hold will change the scale of it. She is more terrified of what you're going to do to the machine than that. If the thing is even in the room, it'll terrify her.
Gotcha. And how about what is she really planning?
It takes you a while, but as you're fighting her, the way she's speaking, everything else, it doesn't really sound like someone who takes over worlds. It's more like someone who sort of is running through the script that she's been given. Being on the ship and hearing about the Tsar ship that came beforehand that barely almost destroyed Harlequin City, something about the ship doesn't seem odd. For one thing, it's nowhere near as big as the ship that came before. Nor is it that well defended. These people were quite bad. It's only after a while that you're sitting here, you're looking around, you're like, hold on a second. This ship doesn't have any guns or bullets or like weaponry. Like the only thing they have is what she's holding. All the other enemies you fought have just been like just dudes. Maybe this was never an attack ship. What if this was kind of like a janitor ship? It has to take care and clean up planets and do some kind of science thing. Maybe that's the whole problem. She's not really a fighter, and she's just making do with what she's got.
Ooh, gotcha. That's pretty cool. So in between, like trying to dodge her firing, maybe I'll briefly take shelter behind like one of the console, like the standing console things, and I'll take the orb out, and I'll have that kind of precede me as I reveal my form, and it's like it doesn't have to end like this.
You see her stop when she sees the thing, and she'll lowers her gun. She goes, "Where did you get that?"
That's not important. What is important is it doesn't have to end badly here. Well, for the most part, you don't have to be a part of this. This is going to go off in here. If we're in here, bad things are going to happen. But you can get out of here. You can make this right. You can go back to doing what you were doing.
And she goes, "Please don't do this. This ship is all we have. We're the last of our kind. After this, I don't think there's any more of us left."
Give me a choice.
She looks down. She looks really worried, and she goes, "Take that thing off the ship, and I promise we'll surrender."
I can't trust that.
She drops the gun. She goes, "These are my people. I'm not even meant to be the leader or commander. I'm simply just third in command. I do communications, for goodness sake. I was just supposed to learn the way of the humans and figure out how best to subjugate them and to give them the powers that we could probably do. I don't have anything else to give you. She got a little tear run down her eye. She's like, I just want my people to live. I'm just fighting to survive. Please."
Well, who above you is ordering this attack then? You're...
No one else. You've killed everyone. The Tsar are gone. We are the last.
So why are you taking over our people? Why are you causing this mayhem? This is an attack.
The type of living. This is all what people have done for centuries, for millennia. We go somewhere new, we take over the people, and we make us slaves. The Galactic Confederate has hunted us down for nearly 100 of your Earth years. We're all that's left. We just thought maybe we could start over. Guess we were wrong.
Because if you can tell your people to stand down, I'll work with you. There isn't much time left, though. Be quick. I'm sure this thing's probably like pulsing a bit by now and that kind of good stuff.
It looks about to blow up.
Shit.
Damn it.
2 hours, hour and 45 minutes, whatever.
It's whatever. It's like a holy hand
It's a
grenade.
long battle, guys.
Oh,
Not
shit.
precise.
Tell the people to stand down now.
Provoker. Because remember, she can't trust you either. You have not given her a reason to trust you.
Fair enough.
You just go on, I have this, tell them to stand down. And she's like, I don't know what to do.
11.
Motherfucker.
Hey!
This game is fucking bullshit. She reaches up and she holds her ear and she goes, "This is Tsar Commander Zobson of the Tsar crew. Everyone surrender your weapons. The humans have won." You hear the chick go, "Yay, we did it, guys. We beat them up all by ourselves." And she looks at she goes, "I've honored my bargain. Will you honor yours?"
I will. Where basically, do I also know where Brightwing was going, the control center of the?
I know Izumu. You know Izumu's going to the control center.
Always was going to the control center. I'm talking about where the. I'm talking about like the area where the console is that controls the kids.
The bridge, yeah, you know that.
Okay, so.
You head there.
Can I? Yeah, I head there. You know, kind of. I want to see if I using my Galactic Protectorate like ingrained knowledge. If this thing goes off there, will it disable that and not necessarily crash this ship?
Yeah, it will disable the bridge.
Which will kind of crash the ship.
I mean, it might do. It might not.
So is it,
fair enough.
am I on the bridge with?
No, you're in the control room with the magical.
Isn't that what the streak's heading for though? The control room?
No, she's heading to the bridge, not the control room.
No, I think Streak's supposed to be headed to Izumu.
Oh, I thought you went to the bridge.
She wanted to go where the control of the people were.
Oh yeah, that's grand. Yeah, go down there. That'd be great.
Ah, there we go.
So you
Gotcha.
zoom to get.
Yeah, my
Right.
basic and my thought here, just for the other teammates, is like, well, okay, so if they say they really don't want to do this, but this is all they know, let's take away their ability, their major ability to hurt us, and we can, the heroes of the world can maybe take it from there if they turn it around on us. That's my thought.
All right. So you zoom off screen catch. Meanwhile, Izumu versus Kokutan. Let's go.
Yeah, we've exchanged the blows, and I've wrecked this slave control system, and I'm holding the briefcase.
Mm-hmm. And he just pissed, and he's walking towards you. And as he does, you see like the braces on his hands are glowing, and he himself is having this he has this aura that's like basically sets his hair on fire.
Have we heard the general order to surrender or anything like that?
Yes, you've heard it.
Yeah. I'll just be gasping for breath then, like, it's over. Whatever you planned is over. Look, the Zara surrendered. The machinery's wrecked. You've lost. You can get nothing from this.
He looks at you and he goes, "I can get something from this. I can take your life."
Is that all you want?
No, I want everything, but this will have to do.
Yes, it will. I have unlocked my moment of truth, and I'm using it now.
Okay. All right. So read your moment of truth, please.
Okay then. You've seen your greatest mistakes, and the rest of the world has too. They're all watching you now, judging every move you make. When everything's on the line and your back is against the wall, though, you'll show them what you're made of, that being a hero is a choice, an act of will, and you've got what it takes to save the day. Of course, afterward, you can expect both sides, hero and villain, to deeply question where your loyalties truly lie.
Okay, do it.
Okay, so I say to him, yes, that will have to do. And I hit the conveniently placed emergency escape hatch button that we're standing on, which drops us out of the ship together.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Okay.
So we're both now plummeting through the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's screaming, you're screaming.
Yeah.
Keep going.
They're screaming.
Everybody's screaming is great.
Oh, I could really. I'm just thinking about which side do my loyalties lie question. So I'm going to be holding on to him as a falling, and it's like, this is what fear truly is. That's the gift you gave me. How does it feel now? How does it feel to fear your own death? Look at, I'll turn him round. So he's looking down at the ground, coming up towards us rapidly. How does it feel now?
So
he
will not give in until you're about maybe 5 seconds from hitting the ground. Yeah. Because it's 3 seconds of hitting the ground because it's more dramatically. And then it's like he goes, I'm scared. Like he whispers it very quietly. Like super quiet. So you almost think you hear it, but you can't hear it. He's trying not to say it loud so you can hear it. So he's like, I'm scared.
Okay,
I can't do anything until you finish your moment of truth.
I have no
control. You have to basically say, I'm done.
Okay then. Okay. Oh well, in that case. Oh, I know what I'm not gonna do this. Then quick, give me back what you took from me. Give me back the shadow power.
Oh damn! It's all coming together.
Oh God, wait, hold on. But the shadow power is in Nightshade, which is currently in the streak, which is currently upstairs. But she's just arrived up there because she's standing up there, and you need to see where your loyalties lie. So he looks up and it goes, done. The streak. There is suddenly a bit of a massive fight in your head, and you feel the black eyeliner thing that you had before just suddenly rip off you. Like it just rips out of you, and you feel Jonathan scream, "Wait, no, don't do it!" And once again, you feel him leaving you, and like a moment, like his form forms in front of you, and he reaches for you one last time as it's pulled through, and it slams into Isamu.
Yeah.
Isamu, you've got a teleportation power for this one move.
Okay, then I will instantly say thank you. Let go of Cammy and teleport myself to a safe shadow.
Oh my God!
All right.
Oh my God, last criminal.
He hits the ground. Don't see what happens there.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you teleport, where do you teleport to? What shadow do you want to teleport to?
A safe shadow, basically.
Excellent. You teleport to a safe shadow, like fucking.
I was going to say the ship is casting one heck of a shadow. So
yeah, it's a safe shadow. So yeah, on the ship, you're fine. However, when you did this streak, you saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
As you watch the man you love pull the spirit of the person you used to love, drop his nemesis down with the powers and teleport away.
Oh my goodness. Holy crap. There's like tears. Oh my God. Like, Jesus. Oh my God, poor teenage girl.
Dude, going up for bad boy, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad voice.
What do you do?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're all going to be crying by the end of this. So
yeah, I got to continue on my way. I made a deal. I'm going to continue to that room to hopefully disable that.
You're already there, so you just leave in the room. You can
I'm just gonna plant it right on the console and get to the edge of the room so I don't get totally destroyed. But I just want to make sure that the device is there is my insurance that they won't just turn right around and rearm themselves and et cetera, et cetera.
All right. So there is this beautiful explosion that rocks the ship and gives this beautiful wave that hits it while classical music plays. A classical version of Cruel Summer plays as it rockets the ship all the way through.
Yeah, of course it does.
After which there is absolute silence. People start to get out from like beneath their houses and open doors. The hospitals open up the windows, and the heroes who were helping before stand outside, and they all look up to the ship that just floats there quietly, unstilled. Epilogues. I'll start with a simple basic one, and then we'll have a group one, and then I shall twist each one of your ones to suit my own ends. I mean, what?
Yeah.
It is a week after you've all been through what is you've been through all this, and it's taken a week for things to come back. The Tsar are led down from the space elevator in your school and basically arrested. They surrender without giving any cause, and the principal herself surrenders as well with them, saying that they're sorry they did all of this. They will pay for damages. They'll do their damages. They just want to be left alone and allowed to live because they have no reasons and nowhere to go. The world is in an uproar because some people are like, fucking Tsar. And people are like, but you got to give them a chance. And the heroes are thrown between it. So now the new real problem is what's going to happen there. All younger heroes are disbanded from being allowed to become superheroes. With the discussion that every young hero that was working in the world was actually infected by the Tsar, they ban all use of powers. No one's allowed to go out there. No one's allowed to do anything else with it. You are all told you are not allowed to be heroes until you reach a certain age. No more young superheroes until they sort out the Tsar problem and they know Tsars are okay. There are some rogue Tsar that decide to leave on their own because like they're always one or two, but people sort of listen to that at the moment. Your school closes for a good week and only reopens after that once they move the space elevator somewhere else. Kids are still allowed to come to school. Your school is still mixed, but now there's a strict ban on power usage. On the good news, it brings both groups of school students back together since schools are not allowed to use it and people are like 100% against it, including the students themselves because they don't know what the hell's going on. On the bad news, there is this now people with powers are looked down upon and now the scale has changed to go the other way around. I think that's mostly it. Young Stars disbands with no more young superheroes and stuff like that. Everyone sort of stops being anything else. And even though people still want to see the star, no one knows when the star would ever make another appearance, aka the what's called Brightwing, or how they would do. All right, guys. Starting with epilogues, I'd like to do each one of you epilogues, and I'll do one final one to wrap it up. Let's start with Isamu.
I knew you were going to come to me first.
You're first on the list.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, do you want me to open it up so anyone can start?
No. I was juggling about 3 ideas and I couldn't make up my mind which one. I'm going to go for this one and I'll see what other people do with theirs. Yes. So I'm having tea with Lovelace.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying to her, has there been any word from Kokotan's organization? Have you had any more requests?
None whatsoever. Everything seems to be shut down. He hasn't made a move or anything else like that.
He could be dead.
We never found his body. Well, actually, that's not true. We did find his body.
But is that enough?
She rolls her eyes and goes, none of his generals are trying to take over his work. No one seems to really care or wonder what it is, and I haven't heard anything from them since. Even Finch has gone quiet.
I care what happens, Lovelace. Tell everybody. I'm in charge of Kokotan's organization now.
What the hell?
She goes,
we're going to change how we do it.
She rolls her eyes. And she goes, all right. All right. Sounds good. Kane still isn't talking to you, though.
I'll deal with Kane when I have to. I'll be in touch. And that's it. Scene.
All right. Jumping on next to my boy, a.k.a. what's called Heartbroken Alice.
Yes, Alice is definitely heartbroken. You know, she probably falls out of love with Apostate as quickly as she fell in, you know, which is pretty standard. Yeah. So I think it's interesting that she's a Janus. This is really not, this whole no superhero thing is really not a huge blow for her. It means that she gets to spend more time with Grandpa. She gets to play D&D more often. She doesn't miss a shift at the Chinese takeout place. She kind of enjoys that. She probably spends some time with Tori, and trying to rekindle that friendship. Become closer. They now share so much together emotionally. They're bonding. And I think she's just kind of, she did her job just like her grandpa wanted her to. And now she gets to also enjoy her life a little bit. Sitting at the sidelines for the moment, at least, until she's needed.
I think that's fair. What about how you feel about Apostate?
Like I said, she probably
no,
felt...
what? Screw it. No, I'm not going to give you a chance for that. Screw it. It's the first day of school. You're at your locker, and there is Apostate next to you.
Isamu
next to you. There we go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jesus, sick.
She'll kind of... she'll, take her books out of her locker, going to the next class. She'll kind of walk past him, almost past him, and then she stops and she goes, I can't reconcile what you did. I just can't. It's gonna take some time. But I just can't even look at you right now. And she'll just walk on past.
Yeah. Could just have a panning shot as she walks past with Isamu's face with these complex emotions cascading across it.
Finally, Brightwing.
I think it's a shot of them sort of getting ready for the day at home. Mom still appears to be a busybody despite Young Stars being disbanded. She's mentioning that, you still have we still have some endorsement deals, but, looks like we're going to have to do something else. And I was like, I'm like, I've always thought about acting, giving her sort of a bone to, worry, her teeth with. I'm like, it'd be a lot easier if we could, and I sort of, flex, like as if I, my wings would come out and they're just not there anymore. But
she looks over at you for a second, right? And she sort of goes, and she rolls her eyes in a really awkward way. She's like, do you really want to be an actor? Really? Honestly? Straight up? Yes or no?
No.
What do you want?
Like, just to finish high school, go to college, use that to figure out what I want to do with my life.
Then she gets up and she kisses you on the forehead and she's like, well, go do that for a while. Let mommy worry about the money.
I nod, but I obviously look relieved. As I grab my bag and head out to school.
As soon as you walk out, she picks up her phone. Hey, Spielberg, I'm really sorry. He says no. He's just not going to do it. Said no. All right, look, just tell them we're gonna have to redo the movie when the new young actor. What's that Michael Cera kid doing recently? Yeah, let's put him in charge. That'd be really good. And she starts walking off. The conversation carries on.
Oh, good.
The days go by and life continues in Halcyon City as it normally does. The ship is moved away from you to a conservative area where people keep an eye on this. Technology is pretty much being ransacked by heroes and villains alike for more cool shit.
Oh, God.
But everything seems pretty fine. We cut to a final scene where the three of you are once again in dodgeball class, throwing balls against people and against the wall. And Giraffe Kid, okay, neck romance is there. Fucking God, is there with Anala, and they're like, we're not allowed to use powers anymore. So I guess it'll have to be a fair fight, right, guys?
The only
Obviously.
kind I know.
Which is fair. And then the teacher goes, yes, but since you three did happen to win really badly, I think it should be probably fair that we increase the enemy team. At which point you see like 10 other kids join. And like, all right, good luck, guys. And then we'll just start flying at you guys as you carry on. And that's the last shot we see when the camera pans back and then shows the town itself in everything form. The camera pans back, shows the crowd, shows the city, shows the ship in the distance, shows the ocean, moves even further back to show the world, and then the credits start to roll in every single form whatsoever, looking really good. Then the credits stop. The camera moves further back into space to this giant-looking asteroid with a whole bunch of stuff on it, and people calculating things and moving forward, and sort of looking up, and then they sort of look over to look. It's like, and we see the what's called Representative 456 arrive as he does, and he's looking at his master, who's this big, giant yellow man, who's like, "How fares the Earth?" And he looks up, and goes, "I have ensured that a representative has his powers. Excellent work. However, I have also ensured that a representative has a new person in control of the powers that they normally would. How so? They have chosen to give the powers to a younger version of the generation, as such why we will not help them." And he looks down, he's like, and he looks over to the side, you see his eyes become stars for a second. And he goes, "No matter, we shall fix the issue." Fix? Yes, fix. We cut down finally to the end of the dodgeball game, and Isamu sitting down, just minding his own business and wiping the sweat of his bus, and pretty much for almost no reason whatsoever, without even realizing that he's doing it, picks up the bracelets and puts them back on that he's always constantly wearing.
Okay.
There is a very small evil laugh that comes on as he walks off the screen before the screen cuts to black.
Oh, awesome.
And that's the end of the game, guys. That was Masks 4-parter with Lloyd, and that was my entire fucking April going down the drain. I will never get those days back.
You'll never get that back. You'll never get
All right, guys. So because the last session, we want a full-on Roses and Thorns. I mean, like, from everything from the beginning to the end, Roses and Thorns. One good thing you thought was good, one thing you thought was bad, and your general thoughts. And we're doing this on fucking camera because I don't give a shit.
So I liked with 4 sessions how we got to see a development arc for the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gets lost when I've done 1 or 2 shots before, is that you never see that true growth. And I was really happy to see that as we develop them.
Keep going with your phone. Keep going, I'm listening.
And Lloyd went.
As Lloyd leaves.
I'm still here.
Thorns, that empty chair I'm looking at.
Oh my fucking god! I'm here. Are you happy now?
I don't think any real thorns. I mean, I enjoyed the experience.
There's always a thorn. There's always something that's not right. You've had 4 sessions. Surely you can come up with one.
So I looked online at some point, and I wasn't really sure on when labels are locked and labels get shifted. I don't know. I don't think we did a lot of shifting of labels, and I've seen that more in other sessions.
We didn't do it this session, but we did a lot of shifting labels. Like look at Apostate's label. Like
Gone up and down.
Couple of
I know the streaks labels have gone up and down quite a lot.
Maybe I'm used to having everyone having more influence over each other, so that when they gain the influence, it shifts the labels.
Fair dues.
So maybe it was just the dynamics. But I think I've seen that more in other games as a whole.
That's fair.
And I think there's still some unclearness about when the label's locked and what happens with the different moves when you're told to shift something. So maybe that could be more clear.
All right. So, anything else?
Nope.
Cool. I'll go.
Go for it.
All right. My roses are so Lloyd and everyone is totally awesome. It's my first time playing Masks ever, and it totally blew me away. The experience was great. Like I said, the story was so cool because we got all those comic book tropes in there, like the superhero loses their power. What will they do now? Saving the world, having to choose between someone you care about and saving a bunch of people. This kind of thing. Fame and glory and how it can change you and that kind of good stuff. So that was, that was a whole superhero, comic book experience like wrapped up in our 4 sessions, which was awesome. Again, like Steve said, like the character development was cool. We actually got to see people change and become different, which is really neat. And I found out, it's a really cool system. And Lloyd, you really blew me away with like your role playing with every scene with Alice's grandpa. I was like, oh god, it's like talking to my own grandpa. This is so fucking awesome.
Oh, thanks.
I miss grandpa. Just don't look. But yes, that was just awesome. It was cool. And one of the, I just want to, not to drone on, but one of the other cool things was all the use of the hashtags constantly was just awesome.
I was just collected most of them. I'm missing a few. I think I'm missing a few from session 3, but I've collected all the other hashtags. For Thorns, again, this is my very first Masks game ever. I did read over the book, but not, I read it, cover to cover, but not. I'm definitely not an expert. So for me, again, kind of with Steve, it's like the whole. Maybe not like with Steve, but the whole influence thing kind of gets me. I don't quite, only because I really never gained influence over anyone the whole time. I kind of lost everyone's. I lost influence over everyone, and I don't quite get a handle yet on what the influence thing really does for this game, other than give you have to fight against someone who's telling you something if they hold influence. But it's kind of like still kind of like how does this work? I never actually exercised influence, so I never really got that experience. But that's my character too. She wasn't a person who gains influence over people. She's a follower, So, but yeah, the influence thing for me. But otherwise, it was so awesome, and I just want to take another opportunity again to drone on. But thanks, Steve and Lloyd and James for having me and inviting me to your session. I know I'm a newbie to your group, and so I really appreciate it. It was I
awesome.
Just made these people up in like 5 minutes. They don't know a group. It's fine. I have no choice but to know these people. But thank you for playing. Appreciate it. Finally, James.
Yeah, Rose is definitely the sort of character interaction and the melodrama that we had going together as a group. The sort of the heart-to-hearts and the conflicting agendas that we sort of talked around with each other. It's like just all these different elements that we were trying to reach agreement on, but then going off in different ways as well. It just felt really honest and genuine to have all these like sort of teenage hearts that were kind of entwined with each other, but then pushing against each other as well. That was really, really well done, I felt.
Awesome. And Thorns?
Just the one, which is it's been a really great game and I've enjoyed every second of it. But occasionally I just get lots of really loud noises coming through from here. Just and it sort of interrupts what I'm doing and breaks my concentration. I think it hasn't really ruined it for me.
Oh, sorry, guys. James has been muted for no reason whatsoever. Don't worry about that anyway. Anyway, we're going to finish up. We're going to wrap up, apparently, because people don't deserve to speak. Thank you very much for watching this. If you managed to watch all 4 of these, I hope they were entertaining to you as they were for me to run. And I'm going to end the broadcast now so we can chat about bullshit. And have a good day, everyone. Everyone say goodbye. Not James.
Bye.
You don't deserve it.
Bye.
Yep, thought so.